Probably, yeah.
Okay.
Guys, we never found out what happened to the missing children.
No, we didn't.
We don't need
We
that.
stopped caring about them.
I guess the world did kind of go to crap since then. Both in-game and out.
We more or less figured it out.
What?
I'm not all the hag.
Oh. There were hags?
Wait, there were plural?
Yeah.
Wait, there's more than one. I don't remember one.
I just remember
We
the
found
one.
one. How many years ago was that?
In game or episode?
We only fought one, right?
Well, we technically fought two, but I don't think they were connected.
There were
Almost like
Siamese
the
hags.
scarecrow, like the animal.
Right, there was that one,
Mhm.
and the other one was on the boat.
Oh,
Oh, boat hags. I was locked in the hold for that.
I wonder why that was.
That was entirely Josh's fault.
Well, last session,
Yeah.
I should pull up my character sheet.
y'all managed to, Ashla managed to get herself involved in one of the fights
Really fractal.
at the Millennium. Came out with an astounding victory,
That was impressive.
of which,
Yeah, you did.
oh yeah,
I was sitting there and occasionally I wasn't paying close attention. I'm like, I must have missed something.
This is deja
I-
vu.
so
Can I ask how many hit points did he have? Because I started off calculating and then I lost it.
I believe he had 79. He should have similar to you because he was the same level as you were.
Did we level up?
No.
Oh.
Yes.
So just so everybody knows, I finished that fight with 48 hit points left.
Yeah.
Out of
75.
Wow. And that was without her using one of her features.
Yeah, I forgot to frenzy.
So John should be definitely upping the fighting
No.
difficulty. Apparently, John can't roll worth a crap. Either way, after her astounding victory at the Millennium,
we're gonna be fighting the Lich next.
That's okay, they only use very well.
No.
y'all managed to make your way back over to the Ironbound Arena.
Do you have the great big book of spells?
I did not know.
How did I manage?
Do you want to use my potion?
I did the last.
No, I
second
was
one.
just realizing that I don't have something in here that I have on my character. That's not a big deal though.
Yeah, y'all made your way back to the Ironbound Arena, where you knew Biffle was going to be potentially visiting, as he had the past couple days of this week. And upon a very clever tactic employed by you are
Alder.
there. Yep. Aldrich. Hello, my name. Yep. Y'all managed to convince Mythal to join you on a casual stroll.
Convince.
Yeah, can you suggestion?
We suggested.
Highly suggested.
On the way over, Mythal's coin mysteriously went missing.
What? Where'd that go?
With only two people really having an idea of where it went, one of which currently has in his possession. The other one strictly told him that he should do it, and then all of a sudden could no longer see him. Y'all then succeeded in bringing him all the way back to find out that the coin was kind of part of the deal. It's true. Potentially
You're just moving the goalpost.
the information that y'all had received was either incorrect or purposefully left out of the information. So,
Why are you putting it?
What?
Do you typically have a T-bowl?
The entire thing is
Chris, where did you look?
No!
Stop! That physically hurt.
Because I need you to just go over to the other cupboard real quick. Just walk over to the other cupboard, feast your eyes
I
No
know,
wonder he needs
understand.
to
upon
fill it
the
all
kingdom of mugs.
When you say there's
That hurt.
These shelves are so sparse. Why aren't there any in here?
Because that's the bowls cupboard. All the bowls are in the dishwasher.
It's your fault.
I'm glad that this is public. I hope.
Ah,
I do
somehow
wanna- I
we
wanna see how
function
this
better
works.
as a party.
Chris, could you do me a
This is
favor?
fairly comparable to
No,
what you've
no,
got.
Chris,
all
I need
things
you to.
considered.
I need that to come a little bit farther.
Bruce has a handle.
Not all mugs need handles.
Chris, I need that to come this way. Just.
Well, there we go.
There we go.
Bowl of
Beautiful.
tea.
Bowl of tea.
David
everyone.
Demon. Beep-beep-boom. Beep-beep-boom.
Yes. After a
Taking
very.
a picture of my bowl of tea.
I've been documenting like, weird stuff.
Please
in
send it to your
D&D
father.
for years.
What percentage of the weird stuff in D&D is me?
Like 4 pictures or of you.
Excellent.
I think one of my favorite was Cthulhu.
Yeah, I have the
With the knife.
Cthulhu. I
Yeah.
have.
That's great.
We'll get there
I know.
eventually.
Hey, we're
Right,
still like
let's
right on-
depart.
We're right on time right now.
But yes, yeah, y'all make your way back to the Millennium. Ogax was there. He apparently seems to be some sort of bigwig at the Millennium.
Did we get a first name for this dude?
Y'all did.
Hold on. Hold on.
Hold on.
Hold on a minute.
Hold on. Not that
Yeah.
one.
Dursatin was also there, both of which threatened poor Mithil with his life. And
Oh, and then at the very end, Fractal wanted to do the interrogation.
Oh yeah, he has to be a party to party.
Yep.
It's still December 5th, right?
should still be December 5th.
Are you just agreeing with the date that I'm telling you, or are you keeping track as well?
I'm keeping track.
Okay. Like, because
Yes,
John,
Chris.
I'll screw up this eventually, and you'll be like, yeah, that sounds right, and then everything's derailed.
So I won 40 gold?
40,000 gold.
Yes,
Did-
40,
did I say 40?
60. Well, so you won 60 gold, which is
I put in
40.
20. Yeah.
Right.
You go up 40.
Yeah.
Ooh, I should have bet more money.
Guys, it's almost halfway through October.
Yeah, you're the only one who bet money on me.
I
So does
wasn't
this mean you like me
there.
more now?
I was busy protecting you.
I made
Watching
money.
for magic.
Were you guys cheating?
Protecting
No.
you from everything except the dude with an axe. Right in front of you.
Oh, really? The only one that bet?
Yeah,
No one else really thought of it.
nobody else believed in me.
I
I mean, if I know that you're gonna roll 7 natural 20, I would put more money down.
I feel like also it looked a little suspicious. We just rolled into town. We're like, hey, we're here to collect dude, and then started cleaning up, doing the exact same thing the guy we're collecting was doing.
I don't know. Currently, I would say it's about on par with what the other dude was doing. Y'all even have the thing he was doing it with.
I have 2 separate notes mentioning how unhappy Mithil is.
Crap. I was supposed to.
Oh yeah, you were supposed to get us a thing.
Because he realized his Okax, is that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yes.
He was the one that sent us out again, right?
Yes.
So wait, he's one of the dragons?
Unclear.
Unclear.
We think he's working for one of the dragons,
Which is a little concerning. If
Probably
he's
the blue one.
one of
or the pink one.
Just make sure this is considering he runs the casino. The orange.
I hate you.
What?
I said I just need to make sure this is in fact sugar.
Oh, do you have
Just
honey?
you
Yeah.
wait. I have something very special planned at the house for you.
Okay, so I just went
Jokes
through all my
on you.
photos and checked for D&D things. And I have one of Paul. I have 3 things of Chris, 1 of John, 1 of Steven, 1 of Melissa. Caleb,
Third one of me.
you got that.
D.
All of my hair
Oh, yeah, all of your hair
Right.
and Caroline.
Which is more of a.
I forgot about that.
I have one of her like lifting around. I got the Cthulhu with John. I got Steven sharpening a knife.
Yep.
I got Melissa playing with her frog dummy.
The frog dummy.
I don't remember
I
that.
got
That
Paul.
was when John
Oh,
was.
this triangle.
That was
I got
when
Paul with the drawing. I
John
got the
was in
ding.
Florida. There were like 3 of us
Ah.
here. It was like me,
Yep.
Steven, and Grace.
Yep.
Everybody else was virtual.
Yep.
And I was just playing with the frog dummies.
Yes.
I almost fell asleep. I
Yeah.
was dead tired that day.
This has Ellie's name on this. I mean, I should use this.
And Jack.
Give her this.
Sorry, Allie, if you're here.
She's back.
I'm not sorry. Ha, sucker. Don't tell her I said that, Megan.
Caleb,
Chris,
you gotta do something
actually,
more
no,
weird so I can
better-
take a
better
picture of you doing something weird. Because I have one of everybody else.
Something weird so we can talk. Oh.
Just like the fact that I have 3 of Chris.
That is not interesting enough. That's my problem.
You don't put tea in a bowl.
I have the best idea. Do I have your printer set up on here?
Ooh!
Detail holder.
It should be anybody's on the Wi-Fi.
So I'm
Like,
guessing-
Bless you.
everything
Yeah, bless you.
What's that?
Caleb sneezing.
That's the
How long should chat?
20
As long
minutes.
as you want.
What is that one?
I usually
It's
leave
HB
the leaves in
No
indefinitely.
such.
Ink check, not desk check.
Ink
When I'm
job, yeah.
steeping my tea in.
No sounds.
Just like a little bit, but otherwise.
Okay.
You will be able to taste it as well.
But this first order up is that
Yes, y'all heard, y'all were uninformed, go therefore make sense. No, to go check out Hammered
Looking
Inn
at
where
your wrong
Oh,
notes there,
that's
John.
right. We're going to the
Okay, let's go.
Ian where his room is.
Hey,
I suggest.
Why? He's probably stashed all his money back. I don't know.
Oh yeah, is Fractal coming with us this weekend?
Is he interrogating?
Like, are they going to interrogate now, or do we have to? Do they have until we get back?
for your printer, if you pay extra.
Weird. Is it something you want to send to me that I can do?
Is it the item card for the fancy coin?
Ish, yeah.
Fancy coin.
Fancy smashy
So wait, what did you think it was? You saw it and were like, oh no, it's got the glass thing in it.
It's got a god ball in it.
It's got a god ball.
What?
Oh, shoot. So before your time, we collected a god ball. The god ball.
Yeah, the god ball's god ball.
Yeah.
We didn't know it was a god ball. It turned out to be a murder ball.
But we did know it was.
So our
We
cleric
learned very soon that it was
attuned to it because we didn't know what to do with it.
It was aimed and designed for the berserker.
And we had to then stop him from trying to kill everyone.
What?
Yeah.
So apparently it's like this little marble that has the symbol of one of the
God ball.
deities.
The god
The god
of murder.
Yeah.
And
God ball,
it
Oh.
basically holds their essence or something like
Sounds
that.
interesting.
So this coin
Like
is the third that
rage
we've
button.
come across so far. We've been collecting them so that we can all ascend.
I thought we had to get 7 of them and then we got a wish.
Yeah. So we
No. God
have
balls, not dragon.
we have that one in the bag of holding. No one's attuned to it. We have another one that's in your sword.
Yeah, you have a sword that I cannot use.
Sword you can't use. Wait,
What's the symbol of the sword?
Because it's a long sword and I'm not proficient in it. I mean, you can
Um,
use it. You just don't get your
Can I see you guys? I think I already looked at it and I decided it wasn't worth it.
It lets you. It does fire damage and it lets you cast firebolt, and it gives off light.
I don't cast spells.
What's the symbol?
The sword.
It's a hand pointing to the sky.
Yeah. And then
There you go.
we just got the coin that we just got has one in it, and then the guy that we were supposed to give the coin to has one in his axe.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, back up.
I did not.
Say again?
Okax has one of the balls in his axe.
Did we say this last week?
When did we?
This is like the first week we saw him.
Really?
Oh.
I don't
I thought it
remember
was
that
just
at
like-
all.
It was. We noticed that there was a receptacle for him.
There's a receptacle for one in my axe.
And I thought there were
That I
like
remember.
another ones as well.
I
I
thought
thought
he
it was just a receptacle. I didn't
No,
remember that there was.
I'm pretty sure it was actually in there.
DM, does my character remember?
That's my character
Same
right
here.
there.
Maybe mine would've
Because
been-
my player does not, clearly.
Do you have the description for that?
I'll find one.
Because
Oh, sorry.
I don't doubt, because spoiler alert, yes, there is in fact one in there. I don't necessarily, I didn't remember whether or not I
I don't
disclosed
think
it.
I would have.
Was the first time I saw him when I saw him on the balcony? Or did we see him before that?
Yeah, I don't remember.
Y'all saw him walk in. So
So this would have
So
been
this would have been
week.
last session.
I don't remember.
Would
you
have been
mentioning
last
that
session.
phone.
I don't remember you describing him even wielding a weapon, to be honest.
I did describe him wielding a weapon.
Is this-
I
this
can't
is during
imagine
her
that
fight?
I would have made that up. Because I remember being like, oh crap, he already got one.
This would have been during her fight, I'm guessing. When he first
If
walked in?
anything, I would have described it whenever you two saw him walk in.
Yeah, it would have been in there.
But in the afternoon before I was there.
Yes.
Okay. I tried to like not pay super close attention to stuff that my character's not there for.
It's
Makes
very
it
possible
easier to
to
not
do that
navigate.
for all of us.
Okay. Targeted ads, eh? Yeah. Okay. I am willing to, because there is one.
I can make a perception check.
Yeah. Everyone who's around him right now, go ahead and make your perception check.
Around
It's not
who?
going to be hard because you're around, so you can. Huh?
I rolled all of them.
Really? Okay.
They all beat me.
Ooh.
Huh.
This is
Guys,
perceptionism.
not one.
This is perception.
Starting off strong.
23.
7.
6.
Did
15.
you say 23?
I did. Nice.
Oh, that's right. Use a ranger.
It's funny. My perception is better as a ranger than it is as a cleric.
Fuck that.
I mean, I feel like a cleric isn't required to be as perceptive as
Well,
Well, it's supposed to be like high wisdom and all that crap.
Yeah, but
I bet I don't actually have that obstacle.
proficiency.
Okay, so everyone who got above a 10. Not hard. He has it sitting there on his belt. You see him carrying a weapon very similar to what Ashlog has. The overall shape very similar, although who here has? If I say Daedric,
druidic?
no,
Daedric.
Daedric?
Skyrim.
Daedric.
Gotcha.
Sorry,
I was trying to
there's an
figure
I in
out.
there.
No, I'm
Somewhere.
just, I thought
Uh,
you were
Daedric.
Skyrim.
No,
It's the
This
demonic
means
armor.
nothing to me.
What?
Did you
So-
pick up the thing?
The black, creepy demonic armor. I did not.
Oh.
I went to crack pizza rolls.
You
But I
got the
can.
thing?
so effectively, it looks similar in function, half hammer, half axe. The actual shapes are not quite as clean. It's not something that looks. It looks Gordon made, but it looks like a lot of artistic.
Oh, my foot is asleep.
Do it. I wasn't sure if I could look at it.
You're gonna do it. I already know you are.
What's his first name again? Something Okax?
Howden. Howden? Howden.
Yeah.
Howden.
Yeah.
Sorry.
there's only one.
I put it in where it shouldn't be. Howden.
He's like
Okay,
the head of the family. head of the Okax family? Is that
This
what?
is dying.
This is neat.
As far
I'm
as
ju-
you can tell. yeah.
Okay, I'm just missing stuff because I wasn't here last week.
Yeah.
He seems to be involved with the casino.
Gotcha. Okay.
He founded the casino.
Oh, okay.
You're right.
Again, I wrote that picture.
So, which is to say, there are a lot more. There's like a black and red motif to this one, plus just a matter of the blade itself extends out a little bit and then has these little concave curves bringing it back in instead of it just being more of a war axe that you're used to seeing. Just red and black swirls throughout the design and shape of the weapon. And on top of all of that, you see down at the base, the hilt of it, there's a latch that seems to be holding another little marble type thing.
I have decided this is gaudy and impractical.
And now we are financial.
Yeah, apparently.
Those who have above a 20 will have noticed specifically inside that marble.
This is what I want to know.
There seems to be the shape of an upright black right hand, thumb and fingers together. Like this.
I just brought them all over.
Oh, okay. I was like, the frick?
A little bit more
Nom, nom,
like
nom.
not necessarily finger, but fingers.
God of apple picking.
Absolutely.
It's not gonna
I got
No.
the Italian.
I was gonna say, is that something that both of y'all had?
I had 23.
You did not.
I didn't roll a
I
perception
have
check because I'm
one.
not over there. I'm by the door.
I had a one.
One.
I just thought you should know.
I see a piece of copper someone dropped on the ground.
A penny.
Okay.
I would have
That's
been
our
so
fourth
psyched about that.
Ball that we've seen.
That is the
So,
fourth one that
It
you
is the
see.
fourth god ball. We only have one murder ball. That is
And we only have one god ball.
And only God ball.
How many times can we say God over time?
So many.
So many times.
I mean, I'm just waiting for him to identify to see if it's the coin god, so we can see if it's the coin god's god coin.
Guys, is it rumbling outside?
You did this.
I did this. You did this?
Who did that? Wait.
So yes, Howden stands there, kind of impatiently looking at the rest of y'all. Just
Waiting for us to leave.
kind of. I do believe I asked y'all to do something.
Yeah, we brought him here.
No,
Yeah,
no,
someone
there's
does.
another request after that.
Is Mythal still there? Did they bring him away?
Mythal is still there being actually detained. You see a couple.
Is he being detained?
He is being detained.
Okay.
You do see a couple people coming to him, chaining him up. They look like they're getting ready to bring him down and away.
I'm gonna
Did
go up to
anybody
him.
else notice besides Ashlog that he took the coin?
No, because someone's very sneaky.
And other people roll real bad.
I'm going to go up to Mythal and ask exactly where his room is. So I don't have to spend 15 minutes looking.
Did I collect my minis?
You did.
Oh, that's right. I'm keeping track of what she knows. Oh.
My room is it's on the second floor. It's the one 3 doors down and to the right from the stairs. You can't miss it, but it's not there. I had it. I don't misplace it. You have to believe me.
I'll be back. And move.
Are you coming with us?
I'm not gonna do well in prison.
I'm gonna turn around and walk out,
You'll not roll.
hoping everybody else follows me.
Okay.
So you have one of your party leave.
I will follow.
I'll follow. What's your fractal? Fractal.
Counting coins and walking
I'm
them.
sorry,
I need
I
to
still have
remake-
not memorized everybody's names.
So I made those for that reason, and then we switched campaigns and they disappeared.
They're around here somewhere.
Melissa has hidden them.
Basically, she knows that that's
Dark
my
brown
only
off
weakness.
Because you're Ash.
Names.
Ash?
Ash.
Log? Oh, cool.
Do we have a
Yeah,
twin?
change my name to
Least
Log.
confusing name.
Ash Log and Ash Log.
Her name is Ariash. But her full name's Ariash.
That's not like Ash, it's Osh.
Ariash.
You're pronouncing it wrong.
You're pronouncing it wrong. Come on, man. I'm gonna go up to Fractal
She's kind
and
of a
kind
bird.
of lean over to him and say, I saw he had it, and then he didn't. Do you have any idea where it went?
Where are we at
We
right
need to
now?
go look at the house.
We're walking in, we're in the street now, right?
Yeah.
I mean, if we're
I'm
at this-
guessing everyone except for Ashlog has said that they're gonna go ahead and head over.
If we're outside, I'm gonna say, yeah, he was
I'll follow
telling the
left.
truth. It was taken from him.
I will follow them, still invisible.
Are you invisible or did you identify?
I did not identify yet.
Oh, okay.
I'm still
Because
invisible.
if you were to identify,
I'm invisible, and they would see me crouching in the corner with what they're looking for.
Because this is dumb. I have far better skills than to go and search a room for a dumb coin when I know it's not there.
Yeah, look, I'm sorry you got mixed up with us because we're a little bit. Well, we've got skills too. Not exactly our strong suit for most of us. There's a couple of us. Is he visible yet?
Also, I would have noticed that he was gone from the group, right?
you would.
Also,
Um,
where is Misery?
I
Yeah,
will
so he's the one that's
will
actually kind of good at this.
reappear just at the back of the group, just walking behind them.
Would I notice?
I don't think that he's necessarily being
hiding
super sneaky
myself.
about it. So yeah.
Just kind of,
But once we're a good distance from the casino,
just kind of.
I'll have
Um,
the coin is in my pocket, and I would like to begin attuning to it. No, because I haven't identified it yet. I take that back. I take it back. I take it back. I am not going to do that. Sorry, Chris is getting ahead of himself.
So question, which direction are y'all going to the common quarter? Are y'all gonna cut through the three houses quarters, or are you going to go?
Definitely 3 houses.
That's what we've been traveling through there, right?
Y'all have mixed around a little bit, going down and around versus just cutting through.
Probably want to hit straight there.
Quickest route.
I don't remember the map.
It's somewhere around here.
Did I think I sent a picture of it because that's super helpful.
It should be in the thing.
Is it in Discord?
Oh, yeah.
Yes,
in
it was
Discord.
in Discord.
Nody McNodersons. It's not in the Nody McNodersons.
Why would I put it in a Nody McNotice? You act like I know what I'm doing.
It might be just in general.
Yeah, I just gotta get through a bunch of memes.
Clogging out the meme.
What is this nonsense?
When did I even send?
I
Oh god.
don't know.
Okay. Maybe I didn't put it in that one.
Did you give us?
Which
give
one, the
us a
map?
Physical.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's-
I
it's
just
not
saw
in
that
general.
When I was going through.
It is in general?
It's not,
I
because
just
I
saw
scrolled
it.
back to where Melissa's campaign ended.
Why is there no search feature?
Oh,
I literally just saw it because I was searching to find. Are you okay? To find
Here, easy.
pictures. I literally saw it.
it's not in dice rolls.
It's okay. Easiest way to do this is going to be.
It is not in means distance.
This was pretty, Chris. I don't know how you made
It's right here.
I got
Oh.
a huge kick out of it when I
There's
saw
right
it.
there.
Nope, that's Melissa's map.
I was pretty proud of that one.
Here.
Y'all were there. And Hammer then is going to be in the common quarter. Is going to be up against this corner over here.
Over
Probably
here.
an HP tracker.
Up against the
Right.
arch there. Yeah.
You'll never guess where
I
I
was
saw
thinking
Misery
of
doing
Melissa's
this.
map.
Emotions.
Makes plenty of
So
sense
you
to
know
go
he
through
doesn't
the,
sleep, right?
the
might be
food.
Here,
I saw him
All
just sitting
up
in the
to
corner, chewing his toenails all
I-
night.
here,
How gross
here.
is that?
Excuse me.
You are.
was-
You spreading lies about me?
Do I
You
believe you?
were. You were.
How about you
Need to
know,
know
'cause
what
it's like
tiefling-
busy
do
part
tieflings-
of the day, you know, and we want to
Oh, yep,
avoid like
important.
people. So
Oh,
why don't we
yeah.
like go like we're here and we're trying to get here? I say we like cut out of the. We don't want to go through the vendor hall.
Always an
Right.
Ashlag, yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
vendor hall.
Don't go
Sure.
through the vendor hall. Go around.
They
Get to your event over here.
You're going to need passes
I
to
mean,
get
if you're
back into
Steven.
the vendor hall.
I mean, if we're gonna stop by a vendor on our way,
you know.
we're gonna stop by a vendor later today anyway. We might as well stop by on our way. And oh, look, dice.
I haven't been to Wormwood yet.
Did you say here before?
I know we've already looked at their stuff 3 times, but maybe they have something new.
Anyway, so yes, I say we go around.
That's gonna go the long way.
So
It's not really that much longer because if you like think of all the people you avoid, like it could be fast.
Can we time it?
it's
I
like-
mean, sure. If I'll
gonna
go
go
around
through
with
the
some
house.
people and other people will cut straight through, and we can see who gets there first.
I'm doing
I'm
it.
gonna cut straight through.
Yeah, I'm cutting
Okay.
straight through.
And I'm gonna use
following
my ability,
Wizard.
city secrets, to get there in optimal time.
Okay. Who's going where?
I'm following
I'm going
Wizard
around.
because
I'm
I
taking
saw him
your
right
advice.
here, and
I'll
Ash
go.
is
I'm
not.
cutting straight through.
I'm feeling like
Ash is
avoiding
not
people.
feeling
Did you
it.
find
I'll go with the law.
Ashlag? Did you say
I don't even
Ashlag?
know what I'm doing
No.
yet.
No, you're going to cut through. Okay, so we have 2 people. 2 people going one way, and everyone else going the other
What
way.
could go wrong?
I mean, as long as,
Oh wait, yeah, 2 people. Yeah, you're going with
as,
them.
long as
I'm
both
going
clerics,
Oh, so that's 3 and
okay.
3.
3 and 3.
as
That's
long
great.
as both clerics are in one party.
Wonderful. This is great, guys.
You don't have like a warrant out.
Maybe not a warrant.
Looking like this? No. No. I'm famous.
None of my wanted posters look like
Yeah,
this.
none of them look like this. They can never get the notes right.
I just can't get my notes right.
No, now now I'm like famous celebrity in the millennium. So
That was a pretty cool fight. I watched every second of it.
Okay.
You and any companions you lead can travel between 2 locations in the city twice as fast as your speed would normally allow.
Dang.
So I'm going to need the 3 that went with Ashlag to make perception checks. You guys, on the other hand, things are going well. It's amazing how speedily. It's like if y'all actually have been in the vendor hall, it's like following Melissa through the vendor hall of just like
Getting flashbacks.
you almost miss like where he goes every once in a while, and then you just kind of see like the back of his cloak, and then you're like, it looks like he just kind of weaved in between those people, and you could have swore he said he's never been here before, but man, he seems to know where he's going. They change this thing every year, and yet
Best background feature that no one ever expects to use.
okay. You 3,
I get the 14.
sorry.
22.
14, 22, and Steven?
9.
11.
11. Okay.
Remus.
Remus got a what?
Who am I talking to?
23. 22.
Well, never mind. That's not impressive.
Nice. Take it back.
You could almost swear these people have been following you behind you.
That was actually something I was going to ask about.
You kind of just like check over your shoulder and you see a couple of dwarves poorly following you. To you, it's obvious. I mean, you're trained eye.
Wow.
You're used to stalking people anyway. Oh, not people.
Ranger or pervert?
You decide.
Venn diagram.
stalking prey, stalking people. There's just, it's a simple distinction that has an effect.
That was about
But yeah. But yeah, it looks like there's a group of about 3 of them, right, that seems to be following about 50 or so feet behind you. Trying to be as sneaky as I can be, but like I said.
Were they like very heavily armed, and that's why I noticed them?
They do appear to be armed. No more so than anyone else that you're seeing here. What distinguishes them is they look kind of they don't look as nice as everyone else. They almost covered in soot and also just overall not disheveled. Is that the word?
Can be.
It is a
It
word.
is a word. To where they just aren't quite put together. They look like, as opposed to most of the people that you saw in the Millennium, they look like they're actually workers.
Do they look like the crowd that was at the Ironbound Arena?
Closer, yeah.
Paparazzi. Ashla is walking up to, well, I'm a lot slower than they are, so. It appears we have company.
What's your walking speed?
25.
Okay.
And yours is like 50 by now, right?
45. No, not 45. Yes, 45.
And she's probably 40.
35.
She's, oh. Great way to lose weight.
What's up, Remus?
Can't confirm. Can't confirm. Appears we have, speaking of being a celebrity, it appears we have a few followers.
Thumbs got a coat.
Not my first thought that I had.
Do we want to try to lose them? Do we want to let them follow? Do we want to confront?
I mean, are they following?
They're,
Or are they just
they're following. They look like,
trying to catch up?
no, they're more just seem to be an observing kind of mode.
They're
They're
trying to be sneaky.
seem to like it. They're about 50 feet or so back. They didn't look like any of the Millennium staff. They looked more of perhaps more rougher, possibly a friend that you made in the Ironbound Arena, perhaps.
I'm not in the habit of making those.
I just realized something beautiful. We're not doing that now.
What are we not doing now?
How full is the area we're in?
Like,
is this like you're being followed?
as he pointed out, you kind of look back, and they do seem to be rather fixated on you guys. There are people around, just going about their everyday business.
We could.
And actually, that brings up one thing that I did want to make note of, that it has gotten a little bit busier than you remember it being yesterday. More people have arrived. A lot more of them seem to be, and just through there, the line seems to be much longer than whenever y'all came. The amount of people just crowded in that area seem to be increasing as well. Yeah. All or most all are still dwarven. You do see other races in there. The majority of which are middle-aged to younger-aged males. All seem to be carrying a good amount of supplies and stuff, as if they were conscripted.
Do we want to set up and figure out who they're following?
I feel like if I had to
Did we
lay
all
money
reach
down,
the
I would
same
just
location?
go on out on a limb. I don't think it's too much of a stretch to say that they're probably.
I mean, if they're following one of us or all of us, there's 3 of them. So they can one of us each just because if they're following any one of us, then they're going to be interested in the other guys or worried about an ambush.
While we're coming up here near this
Are we worried about them following us?
This could be an excellent spot to lose someone.
I can make a sneak.
Clear as
Again,
air.
I don't want to draw too much attention until it already got to dragons off our backs.
I want to know what they want. If we can find a less public place to get them into a conversation, I think that would be preferred.
So you okay with having a conversation?
A lightsaber?
Aggressive negotiations?
Okay.
I mean, I say we just let them follow. We're not hitting anything yet. And if they know what's good for them, they'll stay out of the dragon's business. If they don't know what's good for them, might
Unless
not be
they're
our
part
problem.
of the dragon's business.
That's what I was.
We're doing what the dragon told us to do. As far as I'm concerned, they're there to keep an eye on us, and we're doing what they wanted us to do. We were racing.
If Remus is right. If Remus is right, and if they are following me, I feel this might have less to do with dragons and more to do with personal business.
Is that going to be a problem?
Not if we have an aggressive conversation.
If you want them to disappear, or to at least lose us, I can make that happen.
I want to know if I'm being paranoid.
Well, no, we're definitely being followed.
They're not hitting us yet. I figure we just let them follow.
Alright.
Okay, let's skip on over. Y'all had a pleasant walk. Like even though it was quick, like y'all are there. Y'all are standing before the hammered in. You see before you a sign of a hammer and dwarvish runes just hammered in over top of it. The hammer itself is you're not quite sure the metal. It's a shiny metallic metal that has been weathered a bit, but the actual hammer all the way through.
I call that hammered.
Is it hammered?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
Hammered metal.
I was trying to avoid doing hammered and hammered, and so I want to just call it hammered, other than calling it hammered.
Sledged is less popular.
Allegedly.
Sure. Either way, so the establishment itself is rather, but not the Night Inn. What was the other one? Was
Sleepy Towers.
no.
Humblegut?
Sweet.
Yikes.
Yeah, much nicer than the Messy Midget. As you make your way in, it does seem to be a bit crowded, as you just see a bunch of people that seem to be traveling in, looking for a place to stay.
Do they look like they might be refugees from Wentzville? Vendel? Is it Vendel? Vendel? Okay.
Nope, it's Wentzville.
It looks like it could potentially be a mixture of that and potentially also people who have been called just to serve as a protective, but basically conscripted. People who were sent out and said, "Hey, we're going to need to retaliate." And you do hear a lot of that sort of talk of like, "I wonder where they're going to send us." It's sure is hard to find a room around here. I'm hearing everywhere is actually filled to the brim. It's going to be hard to find a place to stay for tonight. I hope that they send us out soon. Things of this manner as you're walking up to the bar. There you see a stout, small dwarf who is frantically trying to both wait on those at the bar, take care of those who are at tables, and also check people in and turn people away as they are trying to find room.
It's
So-
we don't bother her. In the arenas, let's just
Straight
head
to
out.
straight to the room.
As we were going on the walk, like Ash was desperately trying to catch up with Misery, but like Misery was just booking it. And so Ash is a fairly high intelligence, and she would have noticed that the coin is missing, and so is a specific member of the party
Okay.
at the same time. She would have been suspicious, and she was already asking about it. So she was trying to catch up with Misery to ask them. And as soon as they get inside the building, she finally does, and is kind of like out of breath, and it's just like, "Do you know what happened to the coin? Do you know what happened to the coin?" She looks incredibly annoyed at you, and just
I look at her
Do you
and
have
Misery.
it or
and go,
not?
"It's the time."
I feel like now is the time if we're about to go to Twitch's room. Let's spend time quietly.
I'm gonna head to his door to the room and
You make
try
your way
the knob.
upstairs. It appears to be locked.
I'm gonna pick that lock.
Ash looks incredibly miffed that she was just ignored.
Off to a great start.
Just kind of like just seething
Making
behind
friends
them.
everywhere I go. I don't know what I'm rolling. Is this a dexterity?
Usually.
Yeah, it's going to be a dexterity check. And if you have proficiency with these
Yeah.
tools, you get a
16.
16. You hear the satisfying click of the tumbler being turned and door being unlocked.
Cool.
Wait, so we're ahead of them? They're not here yet?
No,
Or
no,
they're
no.
here with us? Okay.
No, we're not there yet.
They're not there.
I'm slowing them down.
Yeah, they're not there yet. They
They
will
are
be there shortly.
way behind. Never mind. It'll be here shortly.
It's even though it is a I don't want to say a sizable city. Y'all have about a 10-minute head start on them. Is what we're dealing with here.
Just to be clear, when I suggested we go up, I thought we were all together, but this is okay too.
That's okay. I know what we're looking for and that we won't find it, so I'm not too broken up about starting early.
All right.
Okay. You open up this room. You see a very plain looking room. It looks like most of the furniture in the room is stuff that was provided by the inn. You don't see. You see a desk. You see a bed. You see a small sofa chair. The room itself looks barely lived in. You can tell that the covers were not remade since the last night that he slept on it. You see that just cursory look of the room. You see a couple papers sitting on the desk. Other than that, the window is partially open.
We're on the second story.
Yeah, we're on the second story.
Once the other two, you came with me,
Yep.
and you came with me. Okay.
Yes.
Once they're in the room, I will shut the door.
I can read people pretty well. He was telling the truth. It's not going to be here.
Yeah, so I definitely took it. And I take it out of my pocket and show it to him.
Oh my gosh. Do you want to die?
Look, you see in the center.
Oh,
It's another one.
can I make a perception check? For
You
You can make a perception check or just a religion check because he's literally showing it to you.
and suddenly
Why can't I roll well? That's at 11.
Thank goodness you're a religious folk.
what are you looking at?
Oh, it's not.
I wanna make a perception check on it too.
Okay. Go ahead and make a perception.
I'm going to roll one that did not give me it.
This person told me.
That's a 12.
Are you asking where we met her?
plus-
More specifically, trust.
No. I mean, no.
She seems very intent right now
It seems
on
that
hating, but like really interested.
Trying really hard to not hate you.
What was your
Perception. It's I have advantage on perception too.
You do?
Oh no, that's only sight based. Oh, this is sight based. Good job, Grace.
You are looking
I'm
with your
hearing-
eyes.
I'm
so
hearing the
typically,
15.
ooh,
Okay,
good thing
15.
you got advantage.
15.
So what you see is you see a coin with a small ball in the center of it. The ball itself spins. The ball inside seems to have a coin itself suspended inside. The coin, as you sit there and spin it and flip it, both sides of the coin seem to be the facade, the profile of some sort of leader.
Do I
you don't-
recognize the symbol?
Go ahead and
It
make
says
the.
Mora right here on the
I was
corner.
gonna say
Oh.
if you want, if anyone wants to make a history
It
check
says
on the
Mora,
coin.
luck, and
No.
fate.
It says
Thai.
Laura.
A religion or a history?
and luck. This one would be a
Considering how
history
bad they
check
wanted
for
this
the
one, it's
profile
kind of like-
on.
Oh, I
Good
wanted
thing
to
that you
know the
snatched it from
symbol.
his
Like
hand
the symbol.
before.
was.
Right,
know
I
the symbol,
was
you can-
planning on
you
giving
can
it
make
to
a
them
religion check.
until I realized how much they wanted it.
I rolled
And of
two
course,
ones and I rolled
recognize
two
you.
12s.
now I'm
I
pretty
just
sure we
like
should not give
everybody
it.
to be aware it's an 18.
I'm sorry.
Do you have proficiency with religion?
Yes, I do.
You do. Okay. And
I
what
got a
did you have?
+6.
I don't remember. Oh, no, 11.
You have an 11
I-
for religion.
I just want to know what symbol it is. Not the protein.
Timora, goddess of good fortune, is what comes to mind.
Timora.
Mhm.
I thought it was tie because, like, oh, it's a tie. We'll flip a coin to settle it. I'm
Laura,
dumb.
because-
Timora, the goddess of.
Good
Okay,
fortune.
good
Is that just her?
Yeah, that's just her. It's like it's on the tip of your tongue, and you're like, I know that there's like Mora. I know that there's a goddess that I should be thinking of right now, but I can't quite place it. And then she says it, and it's like
Misery, you idiot. It's Timora, not Ty and
I'm
Mora.
suddenly like completely consumed by the coin.
This makes sense why he was in the predicament he was in.
Can I do a history check on the profile?
okay. Anyone who wants to, y'all can do a history check on the profile of the.
Okay, I got a 6. That makes me happy. At least it wasn't a 12 or a 1. Okay,
Pretty
that was
sure
a
it's the
12 on
symbol of
religion.
Timora.
Nope,
Yes.
Grace.
Timora luck? Maybe all three
That is
words?
a bad. That is 9.
9. Yeah.
Got squat.
You can't quite place it.
Waiting
it
to
looks
see if
like
you
an
burn your mouth
older-
before I
an
take
older coin. The profile is harsh and a lot of it's metallurgy and whatnot. So like you can tell it's not one of the more recent kings that have at least ruled, because at least a lot of the coins that you've seen, the details are a lot finer. It just overall the craftsmanship looks not quite poor, but older.
Would I recognize the concept of a god ball? God ball.
Are you talking about the god ball or are you talking about the god ball?
Ball is the name of the winter god.
I would say this concept would probably be foreign to you.
Okay.
This is the first time that you've seen something like this.
How many of these have you found?
Doesn't matter, but I don't think we want to give the dragons the god ball.
I'm
But
pretty certain
how
that we
many
don't want to
have
do
you
that.
found?
Now is not the time. So, what might be,
It's almost as bad as I'll tell you when you're older.
do we?
I'm still holding the coin, and I kind of.
I
put it
did
in my-
not hand it to you.
Oh.
No, ma'am.
Oh, you said I was spinning it in my hand, so I assumed I had it. But
No,
No,
like-
like
I am not letting
The
go.
Gotcha.
coin
Like,
inside.
I was
It's
describing
like
because
coin and then inside
Gotcha.
coin.
You haven't attuned to this, have you?
I haven't identified it yet because I didn't want to do that in the casino. Where they
So
can
I
see me.
identify it right now.
If you'd like to.
Alright, can I have the orb? The pearl?
Right. Here you go.
Ash just
okay.
again
Okay.
looks very mad.
Are you doing it via spell?
Spell, yeah.
Okay.
I don't
Are
know.
you
That's why
actually
I
going to
offered
Yep.
every 10 minutes. Oh, never mind. Wait. Oh, no, I have it. We're good.
I was gonna say, about the time that you finish that, you all arrive at the base of the Hammerhead Inn.
Do we still have our tails?
You didn't do it as a ritual, correct?
That's why.
The tails seem to.
So
They did not seem to follow you past the entrance to the common quarter over here. As soon as y'all made your way underneath the archway, they seem to have stopped at the archway and
I
are
think they're going to
chilling
be
there.
Suspicion.
I think that they're going to be
Laura,
looking for the
do,
whole thing, and they'll know.
Pardon my ignorance, but
think
do
I'll
different
bet that probably
families
that
run
beach
different
absolute
sections?
Trash this way.
Mhm.
I mean,
Excuse me?
Yeah.
Who runs?
I'm
this
still here.
district, then?
This
Are
is-
you seriously considering not giving
this
that
is
coin
the-
back?
the
I cast
Walmart,
silence.
like, or
Don't have that
or
spell.
the Amazon.
Oh,
or whatever.
God.
I wish I
Like,
could.
That would have been
if
so
you're
bad
not
for
part of
you
the main
guys.
families, chances are you can find a place in the common quarter, and while yes, you can get business here, it's not through one of the bigger corporations, and so therefore you might get business, you might not.
If you want me to keep
There-
my
there's
mouth
no
shut
name
about
attached.
this, please tell me more information.
So here's the thing. We have found several of these. They seem to be directly tied into the essence of deities. And they are things that should not be in the hands of people that I don't trust.
Which
People
ones have you
not
found?
me, as he has like all three of them.
What have you found?
All of them. That's not true.
What?
Where is Fractal?
Right behind you.
That's creepy.
Yeah, so are we gonna go to the,
You can trust me if you give me information.
do we wanna head up?
I
Do we
got to
wanna?
trust you before I
So
can
they've
give you
stopped
information.
before we get into the quarter of the.
I mean, you
What?
can trust her.
What quarter did
We
they
can
start?
find if she
Because
doesn't.
I noticed them start falling.
What order of cleric?
You notice them about halfway
Order of
through
cleric?
after you
Okay.
enter
Healing
into
kind.
Yeah, the healing
after you
hand,
enter into
oh,
this section,
whatever
they seem
D&D
to have
offered,
started
Beyond
following you
offers.
somewhere around in here.
It's
right there.
What?
Domain.
Exactly, because they were just there when I was
Okay, I think
back.
I was late.
Because like,
Life domain.
When
We
we get
found
here and they stop, I wanna turn
an
around
orb
and figure out if
that belongs to Paul,
Okay.
and an orb that belongs to. let's see,
Go ahead and
Aziz.
make another just perception
And then
check,
this one.
just to kind of
To
give them a
who?
look down.
Jesus?
Azuz.
Aziz.
Zeus.
19.
19.
Oh, dang.
You've seen people who look like this before. This is what people who look like they've just come from the mines look like. Covered in just dirt and ash and everything else that comes from out of the mines. It's hard to tell based on the garb that they're wearing if they're tied to a specific family or if they're just generic people that were grabbed from off the street or whatever else. Like they don't seem to be sporting any sort of
Regalia.
yeah. And not just that, they're not even quite dressed alike. They're all just kind of wearing whatever is comfortable. They have some mining equipment with them. Other than that, you don't seem to recognize faces.
I'm trusting you with this information, so you know. But no one else knows that we found these, so if word gets out.
So we're at the place.
As far as
we're
I'm
like just coming
concerned,
into the arches.
I
Into
believe that's
I am
where.
not
Yeah,
loyal to
as
the
y'all came
dragons.
into the
Out
arches
of
and
a
they
desire
stopped,
to
you see
please
Ashar
I
turn
am
around and
image
just
for
kind
the
of
knowledge.
stop for a
Whoever
second
can
and just
offer
kind
me
of
better
peer back.
knowledge. holds
Yeah,
my
once I
attention.
figure that out, I'll.
Right. We might really not necessarily be able to offer you much knowledge. We are working for the dragons because the alternative was death.
So yeah, y'all make it to the Hammered Inn then.
Having said that, we are not loyal to them
Y'all come across a very
Particularly-
similar scene.
in this
Uh,
matter.
I would
Small,
agree.
stout
Also,
sword,
Certainly
trying
not
her
want
best to
People
turn
in their
people away
position
at this
to have
point.
items of this sort of power.
I
try
started
to
working
help
for the
those at
dragons looking for
tables.
something very
Uh,
specific.
The stairs do seem to be
And
open.
they
if
seem to
you'll,
be able to refer upstairs.
noise
Guys!
is coming from within the room.
We're discussing this in very hushed tones.
Yes.
Because I don't have any expectations for answers.
That sounds like Ashlar.
Yes, that sounds like a comment.
Crane, quickly, please shut the door behind you. It's another one.
Another one would.
Another golf ball.
Another godball.
Not ball, but
Oh,
Timora.
Yes,
Timora.
Timora, the
I don't
goddess
know.
of
What's my
good fortune.
Goddess of good fortune.
Yeah, I don't know.
This coin, I'll hand you the coin and the orb or the pearl. It'll bring you. I mean, this should be obvious considering you just had it. And
Yeah,
obvious.
it'll bring
Fortune, I
you
guess.
good fortune.
okay.
Like impeccable timing fortune. Like, you know how sometimes we're in battle and then something happens and everyone's like, Misery should have died from that, but it didn't actually hit him. That sort of thing, but on a bigger scale.
So are we returning it?
Absolutely not.
No,
Are we?
Because I want it.
I'm not handing
For
anything
me
to
once.
Ox.
But also because it is one of the god marbles. I don't feel like it's something we should give up
Because
lightly.
Oh my gosh.
So there's 2, 4, 6. Okay, so we're getting closer.
So who was
I
it
get the murder
that
ball.
went up and talked to Mithil?
Talk to Mithil.
Yeah, initially.
I
He
did.
was older.
You did. Did he
I mean,
seem-
technically, I talked to him before that.
Did he seem like when you had the god balls?
I didn't have a conversation. I didn't.
So
I
when
wouldn't know.
you accidentally attuned to their,
I don't remember seeing this coin.
I finished my sentence that right.
He was slapping somebody.
When you got all murder happy and started killing what's his name? That
Revlog.
Revlog. Yeah. That was very well, kind of unlike you.
I'd like to think so.
So I spoke to him.
Did Mythal seem to have a similar kind
He
of?
did not seem to be under any impulse or.
He very much did.
I mean, he did have
the
the
whole
custom
walk
magic.
there. He was very upset.
Well,
Once
I think
I
there's a
took it from
difference between having
But-
an impulse while with the coin and all of a sudden realizing that the thing that was keeping you alive and prosperous is gone.
And let's look at the consistency with which he was using this.
But as soon as, well, that I don't remember.
So it wasn't that the first one we found made him really good at it. It was it made him want to do it.
While we're having this conversation, is
This is
there
true.
a window in this room?
I've been attuned to this
First
one
Cool.
for like.
I'm going to look out that window and see if I
Three
can
guys
see
now.
the 3 weirdos if they ever
Doesn't
like
seem to
followed
have
or anything, or anyone in general
But it's
that
also
looks
the
like
god
they're
of
like watching us or
nothing.
stalking us or like
neutrality magic.
crouching
maybe?
under the eaves.
That is the first one we found was an evil god, and this god's not.
You,
Let me check my memory banks.
Let me free.
you look out. You don't see anyone that seems to be hanging around other than the general flow of people walking. You do see an abnormal amount of people actually going from this tavern to the messy midget across the way.
Ash, you. Oh, sorry, I finished your thing.
I think that's it.
Ash, you're the one who remembered Timora. Do you know, is she an evil god?
I actually do know this. No.
You did identify. You would. I should have put that on there and I didn't. Timora,
She's not
chaotic good.
she's not evil. She is more good than evil. And everything that I've seen or read about her,
I would guess that
she's just a little chaotic.
this coin would be more similar to a Zeus thunderball.
What did
So-
you roll?
It's a 4.
I feel like if
Mithel was under some sort of compulsion. He would not have been as casual about going to the Ironbound arena as he was. And he would probably have sought out bigger fish, so to speak. I mean, I disagree. He did seek out big fish. He went straight to the big casino, and then once he was done with it, once they kicked him out, he went to the only thing he could. And I
How's
think
that chocolate?
had he been kicked out of the Ironbound arena, I think he would have started getting on random street fights.
Suspicious, you know.
Just goes up and pushes someone. He did it.
Again, this is something I can discuss with him, and you should be agreed that me interrogate him. Or can ask if he felt. I mean, do you feel under compulsion? Were you, Lucy, were you all murder happy?
Yeah. That, I mean, I don't normally want to go stabbing people with a knife.
What's that like? How did DM? How did we get him out of it? Did we just take it away from
I
him?
mean, I wanted to do it.
We knocked him out.
Y'all,
you knocked me out.
yeah, you knocked him out, and
Took it away, and when he came to, he was fine.
I believe y'all also cast. I can't remember if it was remove curse.
He was removed.
I don't think we would have been able to.
Spell magic, maybe lesser
Because he's the only one that would have been able to cast it.
Well,
No, we went somewhere and fixed him.
that
Really?
might be-
We brought him somewhere. Brought him to a temple or
I
something.
don't remember that.
I also don't remember. I remember doing that for
We
For-
dragged like
no.
half of our party around for
I
a
was
while.
gonna say, we
We're doing
did
that
it
for the
for-
halflings.
no. What's his name?
Oh, yeah, draw.
Yeah, KJ's character had some sort of weird curse on him.
But that was from the hags, we thought.
But yeah, at the time I wanted to, but it's not something outside of that time I want to do.
I just hand him an arrow and just kind of like lift the edge of my shirt.
I have an arrow back.
Well, that's what I figured.
Ash wants to hop downstairs and just do a quick scan. Make sure no one from the dragon follows
Before
him.
you go out the door, just remember, we need them to not know that we haven't. Go ahead.
I'm gonna pop up my hood just to make sure.
So Misery had an idea.
John, should I roll a
If we
perception
ran
check?
check with this room, you might be able to get away with it, like the coin was not here when
Oh, I have advantage.
we arrived.
I mean, the coin wasn't even there.
But it's more believable if it's true.
I mean, I plan on looking everywhere for all the money this guy stole.
Roll another 6.
Okay.
I mean, I got 9.
You guys, there's lots of people down there. You don't see anyone looking particularly
I think you'll believe
suspicious.
us when we say it was
I don't see
there.
anyone I recognize from the dragon.
So, right,
You know
I feel pretty good with that. I'll go
Well,
back
Ash goes to
upstairs.
the room. What's her connection to the dragons, and how likely is she going to turn this into be barbecued?
I mean, I said there's no
I'd like
one
to begin
amongst these, but
disassembling the room.
it's also been said that dishonest people are.
I like it.
Okay.
You said there was a bed, a desk, and a dresser?
Bed, desk, dresser, and a small sofa.
So
I'll start with the dresser
So what
and
is
just
that?
like take the
What
drawers
does that
out
mean?
and one by one just literally
She's-
disassembling.
Did she seem loyal to the dragon?
Yeah, I'm going to start
She didn't seem like she
looking
turned us
for
in. No,
places where he would have
Okay.
hid his stash.
she choose the right thing.
Okay.
Like drawer out,
Investigation.
break the sides. Like I'm damaging this
I
furniture
don't
to
know
make sure
what
there's
that is.
nothing hidden in it.
Okay. Are you doing this also with the
I trust
intent
her
of
enough to get rid of
of
the one that
looking
got
for
us.
things, or are you just
Yes.
okay? You
How does
may
she
go
do
ahead and
that?
roll investigation as well.
If he's being too noisy, I will cast silence over the area.
How long does that last?
10 minutes, I think.
I was about to say he is being mildly noisy because if you're breaking things, it's hard to do so quietly, and the rooms
Okay.
are.
Ash
I
is
mean-
just standing downstairs. What?
I will stop you as you start making crazy amounts of noise and say, I'm going to cast silence. No one will be able to hear anything. So make your noise now.
Yeah.
No, you meant after he casts it.
Ash hears the crazy amount of noise from the basement and runs upstairs and opens the door. What the heck, ma'am?
You get to the door, open it, and then you can't say anything. No sound can pass through a 20-foot radius sphere.
Like, I just kind of looked.
All of my spells require a verbal component,
I think I'll.
except for counterspell.
This is my
I cast
mage.
counterspell.
This is my mage be gone.
Nice.
Big old boss.
So
Control
when-
flame.
Initially, when he got all murder happy, I cast silence, and all you could do was stab people.
I do not remember that.
I thought it was just like a drug.
All right. I'm going to roll. So you said perception or investigation?
Investigation if y'all are actually
Was
tossing things.
some more people
What is it?
the bigger bonus.
Ooh.
What are we
Yeah.
doing? Investigation.
19. Which is impressive because I
Oh,
rolled
wait, that's cocked. Okay.
19.
All of my spells are verbal.
19.
All of my spells are
That's
verbal.
better. I'm getting rid
Most
of
of
this
them
now.
are.
19, 19.
Yeah, I'm doing more destroying than looking. I
9.
got 5.
That's fine. Oshlock didn't quite get the memo that y'all are actually looking for things inside of these
I
things.
was born for this.
I just really love a gif of just Ashlock just like cackling, like nothing's coming out of her. Just going, ah.
It's one of those wrecking rooms where you
Yep.
Yep.
That's
You accidentally like open up a hole in the floor and you kind of like look through, kind of worried for a second, and then there's no one down there, and you're like,
Oh no.
it's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine.
So we know not to.
Ashlock's just.
the poor lady who runs this place.
Ash is just kind of looking at you all like, you
Okay.
got it.
What was yours?
Our heroes.
9. Okay, so we had 2 19s, 9, 5, 8. You weren't in the room? when
No,
I
I
started
came
this?
back
Oh,
upstairs
you came back upstairs
later. What was it for perception?
No, this is
Investigation.
investigation.
Oh.
You,
I will
You
sign
come back up.
language to tell her
Oh.
for money.
yeah, you come back up and you just see them destroying this room. There's no noise coming from it. It's quite an odd experience because like as soon as you open the door, you just see things being tossed about. You see. I was gonna say
this with
It's like I'm trying to remember. It's the scene from Mulan
Yes.
when he steps out of the tent and everything is
Yes.
just chaos.
Yes.
It's silent.
And as soon as she sees like Fractal signal to look for money, she just kind of looks disgusted by everyone and kind of goes up and like picks up a pillow and is like.
So the 2 that got 19s.
I will not roll for investigation because she's probably not doing that much. She might be like folding the clothes as people.
I hit her with a pillow.
Pillow fight. He melts.
So
What? I can't hear you.
both of y'all immediately like start disassembling this poor little dresser. And for the most part, like you pull out the first 2 drawers and it's full of clothes and a couple of small trinkets that look to be sort of personal. And then you go to pull out the 3rd drawer and it kind of is stuck. You know, both kind of look at each other.
Child block. Gotta push down before you pull.
Not quite like that. Like stuck as in like it feels heavy and it feels like something's wedged in there.
All right, the 2 weakest people, let's do this.
So can I get a strength check for y'all to try and get this thing open, not caring if you destroy it or not anyways? Oh, that's hot.
This is something I am good at. Ooh, 17. So 1 less than
Wait,
that.
so this is a strength check.
16.
14.
So between the 2 of y'all, y'all pull, and then
Saddest sight you've ever seen.
and you just see at the end of it, like it's a weird sensation to know like the wood should be creaking and splintering, and you can see it happening, but you can't hear it happening. And then all of a sudden you see just something shining as you're pulling, and finally the wood breaks through, and you see a chest with 3 gold bars in it.
I thought you were gonna say 3 gold pieces. I was like, what?
3 gold bars? Bars.
What does that mean?
There's an
Like,
entire
like-
bar,
I think like
with a tavern attached.
And they are quite heavy. They are about 100 gold apiece.
Ashlag has the bag of holding, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna throw a copper piece at her. See if I can get her attention.
Roll for attack.
I know.
I'm like doing this, but I can only hold one of them. It's like 4 feet. Eldritch Blast. Dang it, nothing happens.
It just looks so frustrated.
The best part is none of that is going to be happening on camera.
There was a bit of miming. Insults were hurled.
When I'm done looking for money, I want to spend my time mending what I can that get broken.
I'll go over and pick up the gold and put it in the bag of holding.
And y'all do find just like random gold pouches, just like under the bed,
Are there
inside
any
one of the
books?
pillows. No, there aren't any books. There's an empty shelf that looks like it would hold books, but there's no books.
I just kind of look
I
at
go
it
take the
with
one
disappointment.
book on the shelf and go.
Y'all find
Read the
about
secret door.
50 gold and random pouches hidden throughout the room.
Okay.
For the rest of y'all.
We'll put that in the. Just collectively put that in the bag of holding.
I am frustrated at the lack of books and push over the bookshelf.
Lame bookshelf.
So once silence ends,
I was gonna say that's 10-minute spell. Yep. I'm assuming that got done within 10
Yep.
minutes.
So 10 minutes over, y'all end up finding what you did, and the room is pretty well tossed.
you're gonna lay
Yeah.
something over that hole in the floor.
Guys, we did it.
Just move the bed.
Oh, that was fun.
So, do you think it'd be worth it to give the people at the Millennia all of the gold that we found in order to convince them that we did, in fact, try our best?
I
I
would
feel
give
like
them
that's
half the gold that
seriously
we found.
illogical behavior for someone who wants to keep money. It doesn't make any sense if
I don't
we
think
don't
they're
do
gonna
that.
care. They've got enough money.
It's
I think if
true.
they
I
ask,
would just keep
then
it.
if they demand the money, then we talk about it. But it doesn't make sense for us to come here, find money, and then automatically say, "Here, take the money. Stop asking questions."
Say we don't bring it up, but if they do, then we'd be willing to.
But if they do ask, we should give them all of it. Because if they've already spoken to him and he said, "Oh, I've hidden 350 gold in there," and then we say, "Look, we found 100 gold," and then they're like, "Well, now we know you're withholding."
I would definitely give the 3 gold.
The 3 gold.
However many
All
gold
we
pieces
found.
for the coin.
I mean, I'm okay with that.
My point is, I think we should be as absolutely honest about everything else, so they have less reason to doubt.
I agree.
I think you should just head straight back to us.
I vote that we keep one of the
Right.
gold bars.
I disagree.
I don't think there's any reason you'd come with us. We haven't met you.
I agree.
I agree with Misery. I think we can tell them that we tossed the room and all we found was some gold. And if they ask for the gold, we can hand it over. We don't offer it up.
That's
When do we go back?
I mean,
We went
don't
to
see a problem with now.
we went to the room. We tossed it.
make a
How
point
long?
of-
How long has it been since we left the Millennium?
More than 10 minutes.
Misery.
Yes.
It's been about
Mythos
30
need to
minutes
take
or so.
the coin. If they are interrogating them,
I guess 40.
are
Because it would have been about 30 minutes for y'all to get there.
I
Could they
don't
be-
know because I don't technically understand how sleight of hand checks work. I rolled very hard. He obviously was holding the thing, so I know that he noticed that it was gone. But I also immediately cast invisibility afterwards, so I don't know. Do I know if he like saw me?
I mean, it doesn't take an idiot to notice that a coin disappeared and a person disappeared simultaneously.
The coin makes people disappear.
Oh, that makes so much.
That's why the coin is.
Oh my god, that makes so much sense. It's fair for you to just say it that I don't know.
I would say you probably don't know, but go ahead and roll just a straight intelligence check real quick.
No. You sure it can't be dexterity?
How quickly can you remember things?
6.
What's
so
Ash's intelligence
6.
score?
Ash's intelligence, like 17.
Wait.
So you
Yeah,
know the
I'm-
concept of object permanence.
I'm gonna burn a point of luck on that roll and try again.
Oh, I will cast guidance for him.
Oh,
You
does the
get to
coin
add
require
plus
single-
4d.
does
Yes.
it-
You get to roll a
Chris, you
d4.
gotta do for it.
Don't
the little-
You can use
the
one of
little
mine.
bottom one.
You
Here,
can
here
use
you
one
go.
of mine. Or
I've got pyramid.
Aha! 17.
you're welcome.
So you know object permanence is a thing.
Dang it.
No, you are fairly confident that you were pretty sneaky with it, and you didn't spend a lot of time being like in his face beforehand, and so he probably would have trouble picking you out of a crowd. But he does know that there was one less person there than when he started, because while he was still under suggestion, he was still in his right mind to be able to see the group that he was with.
Right. Well, I'll head back to our room with the coin and hopefully avoid any unwanted attention.
We don't mention misery to the dragons either.
That would be wise. You guys, we need to be careful. These are not people to be trifled with, or we will all end up dead.
Yeah, we figured that out when we killed a bunch of other people and then set the house on fire.
You did what?
Put them inside.
You did what?
They were already dead.
So
There's a reason they're chasing us.
How are you not dead yet?
We're really, really good at what we do.
What do you do?
we survive. We
So we're
survive.
doing it really well.
We survive. That's what we
Oh
do.
my
We do really
gosh.
I'd like to head back
well.
to Night's Inn. Night Inn.
And I did.
And I would like to go. I'm just gonna kind of like slink along to somewhere else that's along that waterfront edge.
Okay.
And kind of like take a back alleyway and then cast fly on myself and go out and around and up onto the balcony. As opposed to, or no, that's dumb. Can I find a spot that's within 400 feet? That is not visible.
Where is he?
I want to be within 400 feet of our room's balcony, but not like just standing in the street by a crowd of people.
So you would be able to do that if you went on to the bridge that led to one of the mines.
Public access to that
Public
bridge?
access.
Then I'll go up onto the bridge and then I'll just dimension door to our room from there.
And
Where did
Ashlog
you go?
Ashlog tells you easy enough, like,
Yeah,
hey,
then they'll go
probably,
up there and then there, and then they're gonna take a left. You're gonna take a left at like the weird like shop. If the weird shop's not there anymore, you still turn left.
Right.
your accent is showing.
I will do that. And then once I get to the room, I'd like to take a short rest
Okay.
and attune to the coin.
Okay.
As we're walking on the way, then just ask Ash, like, so how did you get roped into all of this? Sound like you necessarily have a bunch of loyalty to the dragons.
Before that, one question. Which way are y'all going?
Yeah, I
We're
want
gonna
to
cut-
see our friends again.
Well, our way was quicker.
That's great. We had some people following us, and we'd like to see them again.
I'd rather not have people
Yeah,
following
wait.
us.
Did they follow you here?
And they followed us until we got to the edge of that sector, and then they stopped.
Like, could they have overheard anything?
No.
They weren't downstairs.
You said you gave me back the pearl.
The mechanical.
I think it might be worth it for you to hang on to the pearl since I can only use it as a ritual anyway, then if we need something immediately identified, you've already got it on your person.
Okay.
But it doesn't matter to me.
He's gonna die soon anyway.
Eventually, we'll just have to get a second one, but
Second cleric? Or
we already got one.
just a party of clerics, guys. That would be
It
interesting.
does taste strongly like coffee.
It's very strong.
Yeah.
They're very adaptive.
We'd never die, but our enemies might not either.
Yeah. Fifth level.
Guys are undead this time.
Woo! Run away now.
Oh, battle's over. We're really good
Everyone
at
has
one thing.
We're all just different domains. We're meeting up for a convention.
Okay. So,
We are that cleric con.
Clericon.
as you make your way back out, your friends don't seem to be there anymore. I'm gonna continue with your conversation.
Oh, yeah. Well, put it simply, I was strapped for cash. I needed research materials. And I was given small jobs. And that slowly led to bigger jobs. Until I became part of the White Dragon. They supplied me with some of my needs for my research. And in return, I help them smuggle anything they need. But lately, they haven't really been giving me all that I want. And I haven't liked all of their requests.
Meaning like,
I'm not a good person, but I still have a conscience.
oh, that makes
That
makes one of us in this party.
I would disagree with one of those statements.
Which statement?
So whichever one you want to hold together, you can be a good person, you can look at the conscience, but if you got one, you're kind of not the other.
It bothers me a lot. I'm
But
not
you
a
do
good
it.
person. I have one. I just would rather not.
You have a
feel-
good person?
I have a conscience.
I'm not a good person, but I have one in my basement.
And that's how I know I'm not a good person. Because I have a conscience.
That's fair.
What are you researching?
I'd rather keep that personal at the moment.
That's fair.
That's not really fair.
I mean, Ron,
That's fair. That's not fair.
we just told you like a whole
One of
bunch of
us
stuff
is just
about
making
us.
small talk.
Yeah,
Actually,
You
like,
told me that you guys found some little balls that give magic powers.
Let's be
That is-
realistic.
Greatly under.
You know things about us that get us in serious trouble if you were to snitch on us.
And
You
I
also
told
just
you I
told
would
us
not
You're
snitch
not
on
a
you.
good person,
You've also told
Huh?
us you're not a good person.
and that you're researching something. Potentially,
Nothing that would conflict with this party's interest.
you don't know what this party's interests are. We don't know what this party's interests are.
we have a
Say
lot
I asked and you don't know.
Fool, you can't predict my next move if I don't know what it is.
Inside check.
We're a very good.
You guys just seem to be picking up. Wait, what?
That was an insight check.
Oh, for what?
Whether or not you would betray us.
So you can either roll.
Oh, so roll.
I didn't hear
Yeah,
you say.
And then
roll.
either add persuasion or deception.
Can I,
But
Don't
can I
tell us.
Join in on
Or
this?
tell
Yes.
us.
Anyone else who wants to?
Be she lying?
Oh, you said it.
I don't know.
I got a 12. I
One of
would
these days I'll
betray
roll
you.
more than a 10.
Roll persuasion. I got a
Ooh.
12.
That's a natural 17.
12.
Decided to betray you. You have more information than the White
She-
Dragon
yeah.
supplied.
She
It's
seems.
as simple as that.
Yeah, she seems honest. She has a goal. So long as y'all are going along with the goal, she has no reason to betray you guys.
On the other hand, we have also not done a ton of traveling, but we've been here and there, and depending on what your research program is, we might be able to.
Might be able to help you out.
Yeah.
I appreciate
In
that.
another life, I found a huge library in the bottom of the city, but it's not here anymore.
This is so sad to watch.
Typing.
Go chicken, go chicken, go
He's
chicken,
hacking.
go. Go chicken, go chicken, go chicken, go.
Hack the
Yeah, if you
main
need
branch.
access to libraries, I used to serve on Prague, so I might be able to get.
Oh, no,
libraries?
What
Libraries?
happened?
Have I not talked about this?
I don't feel like you have.
Probably not, maybe. It's been a while.
Guys, it's backstory, Laura.
Lower drop. That'll keep.
What?
That'll keep.
What?
Give us a ballpark.
Give you a what?
Ballpark. Give us an idea.
What's a ballpark?
Literally
A
built
ball
for us a stadium that we can play ball in.
Has
I
to
could
do-
make it. I was like, give us the ball back?
Listen,
The ball
trying to
back?
mix two different accents
No,
with my
I am
own
impressed.
is not
Okay.
doable.
Let me put it this way. I am a cleric whose sworn duty is to heal people. I am no longer. I've recently taken up more darker skills.
Knitting.
They're great.
Knitting,
She's talking
Nancy?
about knitting people that
This is like speed knitting.
your arcane focus is two knitting needles.
She whips out like two hair sticks. Just
I mean,
they're knitting needles.
It's not called the weave for nothing.
I have all of magic in my sweater.
Literally
That's
manipulates
what I
the weave.
Oh boy.
Oh gosh.
Okay. My mom does not get the concept of, hey, record this for me so I can watch it afterwards.
Oh no.
She watching now?
She's watching it
Oh, hi.
and texting me. No,
No,
not
she's
this.
watching what?
Ninja Warrior, who
Oh, is Jamie on?
Jamie is on. And I went, hey, could you get Michael to record that for me so I can watch it whenever I get back? I now know what it is.
Nice. Thanks.
Spoilers!
Yeah.
Is Jamie? Which one is Jamie?
Jimmy's the owner of the gym we're at.
Manager.
Whatever.
I know, but they corrected me whenever I said it. Captain NBC.
Huh?
Yeah.
Captain NBC?
What? Is that-
So the place that we went
What's
for
his
John's
name?
birthday,
Oh, okay. Who owns the gym?
Mm-mm.
Just out of
Probably some
curiosity, because I know
big
that
conglomerate.
actually a family friend set up a Ninja Warrior gym because he was on American Ninja Warrior for a little bit.
Does he have green hair?
Nope.
Okay.
Nope.
Dave?
Yes.
Dave.
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 Oh, definitely.
Everybody knows Dave.
Dave.
So
Good name for a show.
after
Knows Dave.
15 or 20 minutes, you'll make your way back to the Millennium.
Wait. I am curious about this library.
Library.
Oh, I used to serve the God of Knowledge, and I've studied in libraries in many cities.
Why do you know? Who do you serve now?
Agma let me down. I now serve Helm.
Helm sucks.
I serve Helm so
Well, who
that I
needs
can
it?
keep what happens to me from happening to anyone else.
I tried Helm.
You
You're
used to
making it
serve
so-
Helm.
Make it sound like it was a bad date or something.
Yeah.
I tried Helm.
Not a great conversationalist.
I gave him.
Helm has served me better than Agma ever did.
I gave Helm years of my life and dedication.
I gave Agma years of my life and dedication.
And okay, the
lost
dragon.
everything.
You're
He's lost
struggling
everything.
I'm not sure if y'all have ever seen
Maybe
like
we
two
should switch
clerics
dating
fight.
apps.
No, my God is worse than yours.
My parents were gold miners in hills just a couple days away from here.
Really?
I went to study to help them increase their craft. I came back just in time to witness the last of my village die from some poisonous creature. Ogma helped me. Zilch.
Oh. Has Helm helped you?
Asked the party here.
Kept us alive.
Have y'all been poisoned even once?
Yeah.
Huh?
I don't think that's how the logical process works. But I'll take your word for it. I'm glad the helm has less to you in that way.
Well, then who do you serve? If you used to serve Helm, and he used to serve Ogman, now he serves Helm. Do you serve Ogman now?
You know, like that term, like between jobs.
I'm a nomad. I'm continually between jobs.
I just kind of pray to whoever, like, I feel like at the moment would help me most.
I'm church shopping.
Between jobs is how we live our life.
No, I'm
You just pull out
currently
Yeah,
serving the god Lathander. Sounds like lavender.
What can you do?
I'm not
Fine,
really down with all of his
Sickness.
desires.
I thought he was
and
against the sickness.
The Thunder is the god of
morals.
birth and renewal.
I'm not really down with all of the morals attached to serving him or his ideals, but he can give me what I need.
Child.
Zeus is not in this campaign for obvious
Oh
reasons.
gosh, this is not Full Metal Alchemist, okay?
Okay, I've been
What's your name?
understanding.
Izumi.
I am not a Zoomy, okay?
You do seem very fast. Though. You're very light on your feet. It's a good gift.
A bird.
This does not disqualify you from that.
I have probably. I haven't looked that carefully.
So you'll make it back to the millennium.
I had needed a spot to
How
put
am
the
I supposed to
teacup.
have more tea?
Did you what?
If
Get
there's
him
a
up!
mug
Get
in my
him
bottle.
We make our way back to the Millennium.
You
Yes,
see,
come back already.
Yeah.
To just accept that, just like that.
Except what?
They're at
Oh,
the
back to the
millennium.
millennium. Right. I'm sorry.
Where did you think we were?
I thought you were coming back to the hotel.
Hmm,
It's like, wow, they
that
cleared
went
that up
so
real quick.
fast.
We're here to trash this place a second time.
you'll see Dursatin sitting next to the entrance to the fighting pit. Howden is not there. And Mythil is not there. Other than that, yeah, it's going business as normal inside of the Millennium. You don't see anything out of the ordinary.
Do we see our wandering friends inside or on the way?
You go ahead and make another perception check.
I would also like to make a perception check. Am I get it there?
Yeah.
Wait, 12.
Please.
Oh, good.
Oh, an 8 and a 13. Okay, that is 16.
16, 12. Okay.
I didn't know that yet.
None of y'all seem to notice the guys from before. Either they found something better to do, or they got better at their job. One of the two.
Fractal, I guess, our spokesman.
I mean, I
I'm kind of supposed to be the spokesman.
Oh,
I was supposed to be kind of the thing that connected the two groups.
Oh,
yeah.
all right. We'll go talk to
That's my
Dressata.
show.
Good job.
So they're over there.
Dursatin is.
Who?
Dursatin.
Is
Your
he the one
contact.
that I know? Oh yeah. Okay. I'll walk over to Dursatin. And like, is the group like awkwardly standing behind me, just like
We're coming
waving?
up.
I'm coming over kind of independently of you.
Okay. I'll sit down next to Dursatin. And
Well, that was quick.
Was it? Because we really did trash that room, and that was the only thing we had to do.
You trashed it.
Well, yeah.
Found no coins.
You're not there.
We did our task. We did what we were asked. We did not find the coin.
You did. And for that, I appreciate you guys. Guess there's not much more I can ask of you guys. You found nothing in his room. There no
We found
fancy
some
looking
gold.
coin. Some gold. You know what? Y'all have treated us well. You can keep that.
I guess we only lied to you the one time. Way to go.
Oh, he's downstairs. Don't worry. We have our ways of getting the information out of him. We were hoping that he had put it in an e-find place. We have ways of finding it, but we just would call in favors that we don't want to have to ask of yet. But like I said, y'all have done your job. We do appreciate your cooperation. I hear y'all are in an unfortunate sort of situation with Black Dragon. I'll make sure to put in a good word for you guys. Y'all did exactly what we asked.
Which dragon?
Inside check!
Yeah.
Which dragon
Seems
is-
like it's gonna
which
be
dragon
like
are
a
you?
good word.
You're blue?
They're blue.
18.
23.
18.
Would I have advantage because I know the person?
No.
21.
Insightful as heck.
What did you have?
It's something real bad. And for the record, I asked that before I rolled.
That's fair. So he seems mildly annoyed. You're not sure if it's at you or just the situation. It's like when you're dealing with someone in retail that is having a bad day because their boss chewed them out, and they're just not happy.
Do I believe him
You
that we're square?
you do believe him that you're square.
Let me just ask flat out: is their debt to Blue Dragon paid?
Well, that was technically to
did.
the Black Dragon.
Well,
Yeah, oh, that's the Black
but is all
Dragon.
business dealt with Blue?
Our contract is up.
Okay.
I can't tell you whether or not Black Dragon has anything more to do with you guys. That's out of my purview. All I can tell you is if you'd like, y'all can feel free, sit around. There's going to be a fun show tomorrow, special show. You'll get to see your friend, Mythal. He's gonna be down in the rain. Sit, enjoy, place your bets. Who knows? Maybe we'll hear something out of him before then.
With all due respect, we're here to get our debts paid with the dragons. That's about it.
That's
We'll
fair.
Probably be on. Sorry. Probably be on our way after this.
I don't blame you. If you're looking for work, I know a couple of families have stuff going on in the mines. Other than that, I mean, I'm sure that there's bounty boards up places. Y'all look like y'all are good for work. But yeah, we're square. Y'all have fun.
I remember that.
I don't.
What is that?
Oh, is this our?
That's our
yeah,
summons.
Yeah, our summons. I
For
remember
what?
this Now, when we got in trouble with the blacks.
It gets a little bit racist, yeah.
Yeah. Freckle, did you want to see if you could join in downstairs?
You accept additional interrogators.
You the one who's actually part of Black Dragon?
Was at one point?
Can't you tell by his pearly white skin?
Sure. I don't see any reason why we can't accept a little help in that regard. What's the worst you can do? Make him clam up even more? Go ahead. He's down there. You'll find him. He's the small cage next to the big cage. We figured we'd let him sit down there with the thing he's about to fight. Maybe loosen him up.
That's dark.
He opens the
She's getting more and more uncomfortable.
he opens up the little trapdoor to the downstairs portion.
I'll go down there.
Can I follow Fractal?
If anyone's not coming with me, I'll just meet you back at the tavern. At the
Why would I come with you?
He'll wave you on as well.
do what you want.
I follow Fractal.
Okay. So you two are heading down there. What are the rest of y'all doing?
I'll head back to the inn.
I'm gonna.
You want to play a game of hide and seek?
You're just gonna find those guys who are following you, don't you?
No, I am trying not to metagame here. But I really want to try and convince you to not make me roll for this.
Nice. Use your creativity.
Yup. As a worker of metal
Mm-hmm.
in a city not unknown to magic,
Mm-hmm.
would I know the uses of lead?
Yes.
Sweet. I would like to go purchase a small lead box.
I feel like don't we already have it?
I don't
We've got a
know
bag of
what it
holding.
is.
For some reason, I thought there was like a lead box.
I also thought that we bought one to put the
Yeah, we
god
did.
ball in.
We actually did.
Okay.
Have a
Oh,
small
yeah,
ball.
Does my
because-
small lead box have room for more things in it, or is it like
Do
did we
really
just buy?
want to give the god balls like neighbor status?
Yeah.
It's
We
better
want them
than
to
other
talk to each
people.
other.
I
think that'd be fun.
I mean, I can also just go buy another one.
Okay. We need to have it made by what's his face.
Revlog.
What was in that city?
The only NPC name I remember.
It's just the coin, I feel like.
You're
I want
able-
to do some shopping around and see
Yeah.
if I can find a little lead box.
Sure.
That is fair.
I'm going to, with your permission, why don't we? Do you want to play a game of hide and seek with our friends? You're the bait.
Sure. First, I want to get a little lead box, and I want to get it to Misery.
And then get to misery. Got it.
So I'm not going to make you roll for it, but I will make you choose. You know plenty of craftsmen, or you can go back to the common quarter and check it one of the shops there and have one of them.
I will hand money to Remus and have him go shop for it.
Where do I go?
I will give you a list of craftsmen. You can go to any of these.
She gives you a list of craftsmen. You have your choice. You know, in Darktoe is Deep Forge. You know, in Giant's Bane is the Acquired Anvil. I'm sorry, Inferno Forge. The Acquired Anvil is, I forgot. And Verelheim's Forge is in Fallen Mork. So those are the three big forges of the families.
I will send him to the forge in Fullenmark.
Okay, Varelheim's Forge.
Railheim?
Varel, Varelheim.
Varelheim's Forge?
Mhm.
Okay, I will head on to Varelheim's Forge. And that's in what quarter?
That is in Fallen Moor.
Okay, I will begin making my way to Varelheim's Forge.
Okay. So, I would like to skip back over to you real quick. Where exactly did you teleport to?
To the balcony of the room that we are staying in tonight.
The one that you're staying in tonight. Okay, I wanted to make sure of that. That you remembered that.
I mean, if we weren't supposed to be out of our, I don't know if, I'm assuming we're supposed to be out of our previous room by now
Yes.
and into our next one. So I would go into the one that is our next destination.
Okay.
The one that I have the right to in specifically.
Okay. So you do make your way there. A lot of the furniture looks the same as whenever you had scried on it before. Not scried, but seen it through the bird's eyes.
What about the curtains?
The curtains have been changed. Unfortunately so. It like you see not only the curtains having been changed, but the bedding as well. Like,
Does the bedding match the curtains?
sickeningly, yes.
Glitter curtains.
Like
Glitter bed.
they want no complaints about, hey, this isn't what I wanted.
What kind of furnishings are in the room? Dresser, desk, beds.
So, like I had mentioned
Wardrobe.
before, there are two separate bedrooms. The furnishings in the bedrooms, you have a nightstand apiece.
These are the rooms that the dwarf powwow was in.
Yes.
Okay.
You see nightstand apiece, bed apiece. You see in there is a small cushioned chair, like a captain's chair, but I can't think of the actual name of it.
Like a high back chair.
Like a high back chair, like what Melissa wants but doesn't have.
Winged
Um,
armchairs?
huh?
Winged armchairs.
Yeah.
I need what?
I can't fit the chairs in my car.
I mean, you can borrow a Suburban if you want.
I have it. You can't
it's
have it.
currently at the house. Just kidding.
Come get that eventually.
In the main living area, you find a much larger couch type chair. You see a small desk. But not like a sit at desk, a dresser ish thing. Can't think of what the actual.
I'll make this simple for you. I'm looking for a place to hide, a small space to crawl into. I'll take under the bed if there's nothing else.
You can either do under the bed. You can maneuver around some of the furniture to where you have a little small pocket and make it look like the wall is closer than it actually is, to like section off a corner type of thing. And then I'm guessing you're gonna start.
Yeah.
Adjust.
I'll hide under the bed and I'll do my short rest and attune to the coin of Timora.
God knows where you attuned to. Like two out of 4.
2 out of 4 that we've found so far. Wait, question.
Yeah.
Do I need to be of a comparable alignment to attune to this?
You do not.
That was a requirement for the Blade of Azuth, wasn't it?
No.
I thought you had said that, but I could be wrong.
You do not need a comparable alignment. That the alignment that is shown on there is how long have you been attuned to that? You've been attuned
To the Blade of Azuth?
Yeah. It's
Let me
been
check.
it's been about a week, right?
No, I don't think it's been that long. So today's the 5th. and I found it on the 2nd, so I would have attuned to it the night of the 2nd.
Okay.
I don't know that I got our time schedule right.
It'll be close enough.
How long have we been in Throng Duke? Because it looks so. I have a note on December 2nd saying that we were 2.5 days away from Throng Duke. So 3rd, 4th.
You should have only been in Thondu one night so far.
Made it to Throng Duke on the 4th. Yeah. Okay.
So 3-ish days.
So 1 full day of travel.
And
So it took us a day and a half instead of 2.5. So I might have written that down.
It's fine.
Sorry. Anyway,
Um,
yeah. So I've been attuned to it for 3 days.
so as you are attuning to this second one, you feel a tug, almost as if your patron herself has reached out to you to just place her hand on your shoulder. And it's an odd feeling, but you can feel the weight of her chains as she reaches out and grasps your shoulder, and you kind of look back and no one's there. And then the moment passes.
Oh man, that's do I get any like I should not be doing this feeling?
No, it didn't feel cold or anything. You felt similar in the dream that you had a couple weeks before, just of reaching out. And you haven't had too many moments of just pause and reflection to allow for community.
I don't know how we commune as a warlock.
Okay, so let's hop on over real quick
So
to
do I successfully attune to it?
yes, you successfully attuned. Let's hop on over to Stephen and Grace real quick. Y'all make your way down the ladder. You see at the base, this is y'all's first time seeing it, you'll see a small ready room. You'll see on the way down, y'all would have seen a hallway about halfway down with a wooden door that appears to be closed. Y'all continue past down to the base floor. You see a small ready room, again with a door at the end of it, although it seems to be a little bit more rugged. It looks similar to the doors that you've seen from the other side. So you assume that this is the door out into the arena. At the beginning of the reading room, you see a hallway that leads out and around, assuming to the other ready room to the other side. But there is no cage here. So, do you begin to make your way down the hall?
I'm just gonna follow Fractal.
About halfway around the arena, it's rough wag, but you know about how large the arena is, anyways. You begin to see the opening into a larger room. To the right, you see a much larger door. One that looks like it is meant to fit creatures, let's say 10 to maybe even 12 feet high through.
Yes. All I can think of is that scene from Fullmetal Alchemist.
And you then see in a small cage next to a much larger cage, You see your friend Methel. And you hear snorting, heavy breathing. As you look into the large cage over to his right, and you see this grotesque pig-like creature. He seems to be bipedal, hooves on his 2 legs, but claws on his arms. Very stocky, large abdomen, but he has tusks coming out of his mouth.
Didn't answer the call.
I did not answer the call. On his face, you see a sort of pig-like visage. Though on his back, you see wings.
What?
These
What
dark,
the frick kind
black,
of pigs flying
ebony
weirdo is
wings.
this?
The thing is large.
I want to go
It
check
large.
on Mythil. What state is Mythil in?
Denial.
He looks terrified. You see him like legit just backed up to the
Do I
edge of-
recognize
I mean, like-
this monstrous?
So Florida.
Make a nature check. Immediately drops to D20.
20.
Huh?
Oh, yeah.
20?
It ain't good.
It looks similar to some of the creatures that you saw in the city that you left that was burning.
Oh, that's not
It
good.
doesn't look natural. It looks a lot closer to a fiend than anything else.
Oh dear.
How is Mythil like hurt in any way? Is he?
Wait, similar to the capital city?
Okay. Got it.
I tried to use flowery words. I tried to sit there and just not be like, you see something exactly like what you saw before.
I mean, if I've seen it before, that would be
I have no
Pertinent
memory
information.
of
You
those
have-
creatures.
You have not seen
Or
this
the Brahma balls,
specific creature.
but it's like kind of
It seems to
from
have
the
a
same
s-
family.
Yeah, it seems to have a similar feel. And it is just sitting there, deep, heavy breaths,
What the
staring
junk?
down at this small.
What? Wait.
That's adorable.
Yes, that's
Okay,
it.
and
Wait. Oh.
So I had this weird image. You guys are gonna love this. I had this weird image in my mind because I am very compartmentalizing. So I imagine just like
I'm
Like-
impressed though.
2 regular scrawny legs, and then like someone cut a person in half, and then cut a wild boar in half, and stuck that on top, and it's got its little like hoof legs with their claws, and then wings out the back. So it's like
It's like the problem when someone says, "Oh, it's half man, half horse," and you're like,
yes.
"Wait."
It's like the most disturbingly like just bits and pieces nonsense, like Legos.
That sounds horrifying.
What's that called?
It's like me fixing
Um,
a giant mole.
He does look rough. He doesn't look like they gently set him in there, but
Like, is he showing like signs of torture?
not quite. It just
That's
looks
what
like they were not
Dracula's for.
gentle whenever they threw him in the cage.
Okay.
You see a couple of bruises and a little bit of blood trickling down the side of his head.
Okay. Go over to Fractal.
Oh, thank goodness it's you. Are you going to let me out?
You know. Not why I'm here.
Are you going to let him out?
Also, not why I'm here.
Okay, thank goodness. You're going to make me fight it. Please don't make me fight it.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
I don't have the coin. I may have taken it, and it may not have been necessarily mine, but I don't have it. I had it whenever I left the arena, and then what? And then it someone took it from my hand. We were in a crowd. Someone must have taken it.
You don't know who.
I can't say for sure. My best guess is whoever took it must have known what it was.
Do I believe him?
Oh, an insight check.
It's not right.
15.
You believe him.
I would
He-
in fact to believe him. Doesn't he know he has the coin? Do you
That's
know
not
he
what
has
I'm
the
asking.
coin?
That's not what I'm
Oh,
asking.
okay. I was like, wait, hang on.
You can tell in his current state, he is trying to rationalize and put together pieces in his mind, but between the blurriness of just being not quite in his right mind, and also just the panicked state that he is in, he is having trouble piecing things together.
If they weren't so gosh dang expensive, I'd leave him a goat.
We need to make sure he dies before he remembers.
You said that you were going to torture me. Are you actually going? I
What's the lighting situation in the room?
It is lit. There are. It's lit.
This
This
torture
room
chamber
is
is lit.
You see, the room itself is not large. It's big enough to fit the two cages. Not much else. The pathways to get in are small enough for people, so that way whatever they store in here
Do you want more light?
can't get out.
Or do
I
you
will
want less
go-
light?
I will go to the torch that's like. I will put a torch out so that the shadows will be cast inside the cage.
Oh,
Okay. Inside his cage.
His cage.
Okay.
Yes, his cage.
I mean,
Just double checking.
I don't like. What are you doing?
You managed to put out one of the torches.
What are you doing, Fractal?
You don't have any reason to trust me.
I know
So-
that.
Nothing I say is probably going to help one way or the other.
I mean, I'm standing right here, so I'm about to watch you, so you might as well be honest with me.
You might as well just watch. Listen, I'm going to need you to be very, very truthful. Otherwise, I have to ask questions, and I need to make sure that those questions are answered truthfully. Where did you hide the coin? In between me asking the question and him answering, I'm going to bamf inside his cage.
Ugh.
Make an intimidation check.
Gosh.
Terrifying,
That
but also
is-
really cool.
Dang it!
That is not good.
7.
No, I'll give you a blessing on that. Actually, you can have a plus
You
4
wouldn't
to
have
it.
had time.
I would know. Okay.
'Cause
This is
you
why
would
you
know
gotta
that.
tell me things so I can help you. All right.
He doesn't look any more terrified than he did before. In fact, he's still like you're there, and it was still like a shock that you appeared so closely, but he's still like his eyes are darting between you and the thing that he potentially is about to get eaten by tomorrow. I always keep the coin on me. I don't hide it. Why would I hide it? The thing is amazing.
What did it let you do?
I could make guesses, and the guesses, even if they appeared to be wrong at first, it seemed like it made them right. It was the strangest thing, and it wasn't just me. I could help other people. I could seemingly anything that I could see, I could affect. It's the strangest thing. It's quite the rush. And you just see him like his eyes start to light up as he's like remembering all the thrills of the different victories and bets that he had made, and he's just kind of starting to get lost in it.
Why didn't you quit while you were ahead?
I started small. I didn't know I didn't know what it would actually do, if it would actually work. Just a copper piece here and there. I had a family once. They didn't stick around long. I never made much money, and I wanted to be able to send them some. And so once I figured out it worked, I wanted a better life for them. Did you go to my room?
Yeah.
Did you find the gold?
So
Not much is left, is there? I sent the majority of it over to my family. I'm not even sure if they know if it's from me, but at least it should help support them for a bit. Miners don't make much here.
is there any way they're going to be able to track that gold?
No. There's no way they didn't have any marks on it. I don't think so.
Well, you better hope for your family. So
They-
you're right.
They wouldn't do that, right? Right?
They literally hired us to come and find you.
No.
They think for just a second that you sent it to them.
No. They can't. No. Can you? And he just starts. He starts getting worked up. You can visibly see like before his eyes were darting back and forth between you and the monstrosity behind you, and now he's recalling in his mind. They know who I am. They're going to be able to find them. No, you can't let them. They're going to kill me here, but you can't let them get them. They don't have it. You have to believe me.
Doesn't matter if I believe you. Matters if they believe you. Tell me where your family is, and I can maybe head them off. Give them warning.
They're over in the piers. What do I call it? The docks. Yes, sorry. I'm like, I know I called it something, not the piers, but they're over next to the docks. Like I said, we didn't make much. If they were smart, I left a note with each of the drops. I told them to hide it. I know that it would bring a lot of attention if they just had it. Yes, Maritha. My wife's name was Maritha. You should be able to find her there. Yeah, you punk.
Fractal was a much better poker face.
You have to find them. I know that what I did was wrong, and I probably deserve what I'm getting, but they don't.
I'll see what I can do.
Do you have any skills to fight this creature tomorrow?
No. Like I said, I will probably die tomorrow. I'm okay with that now. What matters is that they are safe. So long as they don't have that coin, they're going to be looking for it, and I don't even know why I didn't think. They're bad people.
Your family or these people?
Do I have to tell you?
I know these people are bad. I work for them.
My family hasn't done anything to this.
Look, I'll do what I can to help your family. Right, there's nothing I can do for you. I'm not powerful enough to take them on.
I understand. Thank you.
I will leave him my light hammer. Before I go, I'll say, I'm not gonna believe so. I actually interrogated you unless there's some visible sign.
You could just viciously hand him the hammer.
Do you want to do it, or do you want me to?
He just kind of looks down at the hammer. He's like, I don't think it's gonna
I'll
be
punch
illegal."
him several times.
Go ahead. Roll for a couple of unarmed strikes, just for the damage.
Just for the damage?
For the damage.
It's not a grace. How many? We'll just do my attack action.
Yeah.
10.
10. You
That was
got
a 1
him.
and a 3 on the damage.
I was about to say, you got him again. He one's really good in the eye. The other one was just a punch to the gut, and the eye's already starting to swell up just a good bit.
I wish you all the luck you have left in fighting that.
Hope you haven't used it already.
What is it?
She went that way, but Dart's scared too.
After that,
What is
Wait,
he dead?
Hang on. When Fractal comes out of the cage, I'm gonna walk up to him and go, "Do you have any poison on you?"
I have poison. You gave me poison, didn't you?
I did.
Yeah, I do. Why?
Dying by that thing is not a good way to go.
Oh, not that kind of poison.
Huh?
I mean, if I'll kill him.
I would just shoot him with my crossbow, but they would know.
Fuck him, it's kind of the same way.
What's this mysterious bowl-shaped hole in his chest?
But I feel like a poison would be less like.
I mean, if he chugs the whole thing, it's probably not great for him, but I mean, I think it just gives him the poisoned status effect, which would give him
Just gives him a really
disadvantage
bad
on
stomach
everything.
ache. Yeah.
Poison is a weak sauce. Get better poison.
I'll talk to my dealer.
We gave Misery better voice, or actually.
I was gonna say, not me. I got nothing.
I will dance back out of the cage and walk over to her, have that conversation, and then I will approach within shouting distance of the big cage.
I was this close to whipping out my crossbow and shooting him in the middle of that conversation.
Me or him?
No, not you, him. Just because, like, I didn't. As we're walking up, I'm like, I don't mind people dying. I just don't like them being tortured.
I will be within shouting distance of the big guy, and I'll just shout, "How'd they get you down here?"
he's thinking,
Dang it,
Bissell,
Bissell.
probably.
Nuts.
Hey, cuz. Are you assuming that
I can
because
never
they're all
remember the difference between the two.
formed, that they're automatically
A Bissell
Beans.
should be infernal. Should be
let me try something.
Like, demons and devils are very.
Wait, devils
I have a hard time.
Oh, very in D&D. They're
Oh, for some
completely
reason I
different.
thought it was like something end.
the difference is one of them is like a
More structured.
more structured, and the other one is just chaos.
Yeah, demons have brains.
You see in your
You're
mind.
a demon.
What? They have what?
You see in your mind, Fractal,
Right.
images that seem to be getting conveyed to you. Not necessarily words, but you see a picture of Vandel on fire. You see a picture of this creature wandering the plains shortly outside of.
Really?
And then you just see you see the creature. You see the creature in chains shortly after, and just like impression of just several people gathering up around it and latching it down and tossing it in a cage, and then just feel kind of cold afterwards.
Poor buddy. Let's save him. Screw me, Thol. Let's save the
demon.
You guys wouldn't let me have a changeling.
Wait, you had the opportunity to grab a changeling?
Not a changeling, a doppelganger.
they're
Yeah.
in the. He was in the.
Technically, we still
wizard's
do.
basement.
And actually, with
I
that,
don't remember this.
I think so.
It was.
I need
Yeah.
both of you guys to make a wisdom check. You'll
Wisdom check or wisdom save.
I'm sorry, wisdom save.
Are you kidding me? I just rolled a nat 20 and an 18 and then a 1. Oh! And I have good wisdom.
Not
That's my
good
high
enough for
With
that.
the one.
I have a +6 on saving throw.
Shortly after
To 7.
after seeing the images in your mind, you then see this creature. Actually, something else I need to do. Okay, he's fine. You see this creature emit this strange multicolored light that seems to come just from this small ball and starts shining outwards. And as the ray is sweeping across the room, it hits you, and all of a sudden, this thing is terrifying. Look at the size of it. It almost like you almost feel like it can reach through the pillars of the cell that it's in and just reach out and touch you. And between that and the thought of it being able to reach into your mind as well and share these visions with you, the thought just terrifies you, and you are frightened.
I use stillness of mind to cancel that.
Simple.
Good.
Think simple.
However,
Hey, you scared?
she is scared.
Skirt is frick.
I don't like this. Like-
Um,
Frozen in fear, or like I'm just scared.
You are frightened, which means that on your turn you must not move
Run
closer, and in
away.
fact move farther away as you're.
yell back to the. Head back up.
I'll look at Mythel as I'm passing, as I'm heading back up, and say something about. I hope it's best.
It was real cute. But it one tricks that like on me. Only money.
Only money.
No, I can cancel it though.
Key.
Oh. Yep.
Stillness of mind.
Okay. So we're gonna hop over to you real quick. Sorry about that.
No, that's a
action and one
I am
effect on
going to
shadows
head
and
out.
be charmed.
Oh, my
Barrel
I am
forge.
sleepy.
It's not immunity to.
It's pretty close. It's closer than
Or
most.
Moira, are you
Yeah.
following me, or you just get back to the tavern and I'm on my own?
I will wait for you where we had a conversation, waiting, because you wanted to go back to the general court.
Well, I was asking if you wanted to try and
Right.
use a bait.
And I figured we'd go back and do that after.
Okay.
Well, so I'll
Okay. I don't know what we would do if we actually managed to get them to come.
I'll
back.
head to the
So
head to the tavern because
you meet back at the
Hi,
tavern.
Grace.
Thanks for kicking Lucina.
So meet back at the end.
I think she likes it.
Ashlog.
What?
So meeting back at the end. Is the
Yes.
plan. Okay. I will make my merry way to the forge in the following work.
Okay. Upon arriving, you get marvelous instructions, clearer instructions than you've gotten for some of the other places here, even to this forge. As you make your way through the waves crash up against the wall of the cliff face here, and as the water descends and the droplets, you see them fall onto this forge and just steam up off the back of it as you just see this billowing smoke, and you see it on both sides of you as well for the other quarters. Just these billows of smoke, thick white smoke, and just rising up off the cliff face there. The forge itself, very large. It actually looks a lot closer to a strip mall in that, like, while there is this one large central oven, and I'm not going to use technical terms here because I don't know them, so you're just going to have to deal with it. But this large central oven, every single area, there just seems to be a shop that is set up around and attached to that all share that same central stack. As you come up to it, you do see that some of the shops look larger than others. The one that seems to stand out to you, the largest of them, has the name above it that reads Undar. And you see there an older dwarf, seems to be quite aged. But as you walk up to the shop, you see he is not the one that seems to be manning a lot of the stuff. He seems to be off in the corner, just sitting. Kind of every once in a while, he'll look up, eyes almost pale, just almost as if his sight is weakening. But he'll look up, even to the ones who are working the forge currently, or in the front of the shop, and just kind of give commands. You need to let that stay in there just a few more seconds, kids. No. We can definitely do that. Don't listen to her. She's only been here a couple days, and you'll just barking out a couple orders every once in a while. You walk in. You walk in and you see the two that he seems to be barking orders at is a small, very petite, redheaded dwarf that looks similar to a person that you know.
Oh dear.
Some of the features remain the same, but the overall look is different. Different enough that you're like, cousin, maybe? I don't know. That's weird. Either way. Then you see another dark-haired, older dwarf. Not quite as old as the one that's barking orders, but he to be working the forge. You see every once in a while, you'll just kind of see him come to the front with a piece that's been worked on, hand it over to the girl, and then disappear back into the back.
Of those dwarves that you mentioned, does it look like any one of them in particular has been the one that's quote unquote receiving orders?
For the most part,
Or commissions or
everyone's
whatever.
talking to the young lady at the front.
Okay. I will just sort of admire the forge, walk around to just like peruse what all's on there. I'm not really paying super much attention. I'm just kind of in awe of, oh, what's all going on here? And then I will wait in line until the young one seems to be open.
Okay. It doesn't take too long, as most people are in and out. But once you finally make your way to the front of the line, you are greeted with a smile. I am sorry for the wait. So I can definitely help with whatever you might need. What are you looking for today?
I was looking for a small specialty box, a keepsake, if you will, about yay by yay by yay, made of a lead material, perhaps.
We could certainly make one of those. Jim, that's a little bit odd compared to what we normally make, but yeah, we can make keepsakes as well. Obviously, since you're here, it would be a couple days for us to. I mean, we have the lead already, but we do have several orders. You might have better luck with one of the smaller shops. But if you're, of course, I mean, everyone wants something from Linda.
I had heard that this was the best place to go. So,
Absolutely.
is there perhaps a way that we could speed up the process? Maybe do more of a commission as opposed to a stock buy?
I mean, it would definitely be a commission. We could potentially get you pushed further up the line. I think that there's a couple people who aren't pressed for time. It would be a little bit more. The cost of the lead, that'd be cool. And then the cost for the work. Is there anything, any sort of engraving or anything else that you want specifically on this?
Trying to think.
In this box lies the essence of the god of.
We'll just
Start a collection.
We'll just go like, maybe like a little tree, and there will be nearby, sort of in the background, there will be a little hill.
Oh, okay. You see her kind of marking down on the little tablet that she has. And what name am I to put this on?
Samuel.
Samuel. Okay. Go ahead.
Samuel Goodgood.
Go ahead and roll deception.
Oh dear. How much is that minus?
What is going on?
Where's deception?
It should be under D.
It's under charisma.
Oh, there it is.
Sorry, freaked out. This is just like
16.
That's how it goes. Dark gets freaked out, and the scene is like, what?
Okay. Said Samuel Dogood. Okay. And it looks like expedite. What were you looking for?
Let's talk about
Get that now.
Definitely a rush job. Birthday coming up, halflings have large families.
Of course. I think that the best we can do is probably. I mean, it's a simple design. We could probably do tomorrow afternoon. The total would come to 15 gold for the box.
15 gold for a piece from the best smiths in front. I'll do it.
I mean,
My man will be so happy.
I'll work that up. I'm not paying. It's on the company card.
To take pizza.
okay.
And I'm sorry, I didn't catch your name so that I know who to ask for when I come to collect.
That's Divana.
Devana.
Douvuna.
Dirty.
And are you
Is this how you got the coin?
no.
Roll for tape measure. Let me get to lift it from me.
Duvon. Very pretty name. I will. So Duvon, will I come and speak to you then?
Yes,
Tomorrow afternoon.
Absolutely. If you just if you come tomorrow afternoon, we should have it ready to go. We'll make sure to include our stamp because obviously that's and yes. Again, I'm sorry about the price. The cost of lead these days is very high.
Money.
Don't remind me. Can't find 9 mil anywhere.
Prices keeps it. I have no doubt.
Absolutely.
And you are one of the master smiths in training, I take it.
Oh, no, I'm not just no. Under there is the smith. He's actually you saw the boy in the back. He's training him up. Everything is embellished with some sort of jewel or a decoration of some kind. The swords have tassels. The metal itself looks to be well polished, very flashy. Almost everything seems very flashy to be said in the least.
I'll just sort of look around and admire what I see, and I'm not a very flashy person, so I will bid my goodbyes to Duvana, and I will make my way back to a Knight's Inn.
Okay, make your way back. And, we still have some time because we started a little bit late. So would y'all be okay with going until 10:30?
The minute I get back to the inn.
Yep.
Missouri.
Yes.
Under the bed.
I know you like your shiny new coin.
It's pretty handy. I'm not too attached to it.
I think we should look at the way for a bit.
Do you? Okay. Are we planning on leaving here soon? I don't
Not soon enough for my liking.
mind it not being in my possession, but I really don't think it would be good for it to be potentially found in anyone else's possession at this point.
I want to put it at least in a lead box.
Right, that is a good
And I was
point.
using magic to look for it. I don't want them to find it.
I forgot that's a thing. Right.
So we
Lead
can
box, good
either
decision.
put it in the lead box that we have alongside
Yeah.
the murder ball.
I'll just hold on to the motor ball instead.
Yeah, that's a bad idea. Or we can just throw the murder ball into the back of holding for a bit.
I don't want that.
We just
You
have
don't
to,
have enough dice.
we just have to get all 7 of them close together. And just form like one big.
I will reach into the bag of holding and pull out the lead box.
We'll take out the coins. Get in there.
Coin
That
is
protects
out.
it from magical views, I hope.
Supposed to.
If I were to cast like locate objects, would I be able to see into an item that's in the haversack?
Do you have that spell? We should
Yeah, clear.
Yeah,
definitely experiment
that would
with
be a
this.
good thing to experiment on for sure.
Technically, I think locate objects. It has to be on the same plane. The
That
bag
would
of
be
holding is technically not on the same
This
plane.
spell can't locate an object if any thickness of lead, even a thin sheet, blocks a direct path between you and the object.
That's the only thing though.
I'm talking about if it was just in the haversack.
Yeah. If it was just
Are you gonna keep us when you gather all around?
So-
Oh,
It simply says you sense the direction to that object's location. So
Okay.
if it is in,
A bag of holding.
then it is not necessarily. And
Like,
it's
in
not
the
its-
house,
not
within-
its
yeah,
location.
Technically, it wouldn't be within range.
Oh, so you're saying it couldn't be found?
I would say.
So
cannot
even an
be
item
used.
not in the lead box that is in our haversack cannot be found via locate object.
Via locate object, yes.
Can you scry on an object specifically?
Yeah.
Is that a
Yes,
thing?
you can.
Does scrying has to be on this plane?
Yes.
So scrying on an object in the haversack would also not work.
I believe so.
That is Siri.
Neat. We'll find out in a few more levels. Get that spell.
Yeah, same plan that exists. in there.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Neat. That is good. In that case, no. Lovely. We should attend the fight tomorrow to make sure that our loose ends are tied up.
Is Fractal there yet or not? I don't know.
I'm still sitting, chilling with.
I guess I shouldn't say that because then I don't know that they're fighting tomorrow. But
Well, I think we know.
Yeah, they mentioned that.
Mhm.
Yeah.
yeah. They,
Well, no, you weren't there. You were,
I was
you were
there.
on
Yeah.
your way back to the end.
Yeah.
So Mithel's gonna
Um,
fight the thing tomorrow.
fight a thing.
Yeah.
Oh, some big
Is it something that he
creature.
has a chance of winning against?
I mean, based on how scrawny he is, it could be like a kitten, and I would say no.
I have the idea the intention is for him.
Probably behoove us to observe that firsthand, at least one of our parties, just to make sure. As grim as that sounds.
Lulu, you're already going gray.
Aldrich, I had a question for you. Were you skilled at using long swords? Perhaps?
Is it a simple weapon?
No.
Marshall.
You can't use them either,
Longsword
right?
is a martial?
Yeah.
Is it?
Pretty sure.
It's a martial versatile.
I gotta look check the doors don't have. I think it's just armor that they have better access to.
I'm pretty sure Remus is the only one in our party who can use it. No, you can too, but.
Schlag definitely can. She
Yeah.
just not gonna want to. Well, I mean, like, if you're hiding your fancy homemade one anyway,
You don't cast spells.
Oh, it's
But-
specific.
oh, because you don't want
I
to.
don't cast spells.
But it would do fire damage.
I don't cast spells.
Fire damage isn't casting spells, is it?
Well, but like without doing that, like even if I didn't do that,
You give
I
them
mean,
much damage.
The main benefit for this would be an extra D4 every attack.
and a longsword does 2d6.
1d10. So it would be, it'd be a D. I'm assuming you're using it two-handed. It would be 1d10 plus 1d4 for a small, is a small potential boost.
Because you roll. Do you roll 2d6?
For my maul, I do. For my axe, I roll a d12.
So.
I mean, if no one's gonna be using it, I may as well attune to it and at least have somebody that can use it if we need it.
I mean, like right now, I'm just attuned to it in case it awakens and gives me extra.
But you can't
powers.
use it, right?
I can't use it as a sword, correct? I can use it to cast Firebolt, but I
That's
have no
true.
reason to because I have Eldritch Blast. So literally all it's doing for me right now is I'm attuned to it in case it ends up doing something better. I'm hoping to slowly absorb the essence of Azuth. I don't know that that's how it works.
So the only
Yeah, you stay attuned to it.
the only difference to not using like if I use a martial weapon,
You can't add your proficiency to the attack roll.
yeah.
Anyway,
If it's a mouse, go
About
kill
this
it.
time, you would have, if y'all are heading back, I'm assuming.
Not yet.
Nope. Not yet?
I have one more thing to do.
Chris, can I see what this is?
Yeah.
I love you, baby.
I'm going to say to the giant pig man, your captain's here. I'm going to put you in a ring with him to fight for sport. How does that make you feel?
You
Waddle,
receive
that's what
no
reminds me of.
response.
They want you to toy with it, make it a long, drawn out thing. Probably would get on their nerves. I think you just off them in one move. It's food for thought.
You see his shoulders relax a bit. And he turns away from you and starts looking back down at Metal.
You can use martial weapons, right?
Oh, that's a good question. I don't know.
You can. You're
As a ranger, you can.
I don't know how much
Melee.
melee combat you do.
Not a ton.
You got Firebolt isn't melee.
That's true.
That's true.
what is it?
Firebolt.
That's true.
Do we know if the that this is metagaming, that totally is, but since it says lawful neutral, do I have to be a lawful neutral?
You do not have to be lawful neutral. That is
Because remember, he was definitely not chaotic evil when you got murder ball.
So you're saying there's a chance.
Okay.
I mean, sure. This looks awesome.
I mean, if you're interested in
that
using
said,
it, I
too,
can't
the
really
giant
use
thing.
it because I can't use long swords. So
Sure.
I'll do a slight bow to him and then head back to the tavern.
That's really
you hear another huff as he just kind of sits there and intimidatingly stares at Mythal and just like readies his shoulders once again.
Ashlag, are you keeping track of your inventory and bag holding?
Okay. When I get back to the group, I will say, is this really is Fog's mouth?
I'll do a quick scan and walk around, flip my head out the window, poke my head out the door.
I had a talk
Phoebe.
with our friend Mitchell.
Go ahead and make perception as you're looking around, checking out the balcony and whatnot.
Ooh, natural 20.
Natural
25.
Noise.
For perception needs.
Alright.
What is that total?
25.
25. You are confident that you cannot see anything.
Well, I cannot see anything.
Excellent.
That's the other thing. It emanates light. You probably read that when you were reading the card. So now you have a
Dark vision.
source of
I
light
have
on
tiny
your
dark
person.
vision.
Because you don't have dark vision.
I do not.
Well, we should talk with Mitchell.
Well,
And
the
you
only
said
thing
that-
I would think of is if we have friends who have maybe more advanced capabilities like you do, Mystery, can you see if there's anyone who's being like when you go invisible? Because I've seen you disappear and you've made me disappear. You can't like see other invisible things, can you?
Not yet, unfortunately.
Oh, okay.
No,
Well,
Hold on a minute.
well, visible things.
What does
point
the spell
to
see
the
before I
invisible
cast it?
Can't. I
Level 15. It's a ways
That
out.
is a fantastic invocation.
I'm so excited for it.
can't. Nothing else. We have no visible friends that are watching us.
The warlock Norman Freeman had it.
What?
I don't think I ever went to.
What are you looking for? What do you mean?
Something I could cast off or something. I don't think I need to buy stuff.
Well, I don't think there's anything.
Oh.
No.
Mythal said that his family, he sent some of the money. The reason he was stealing all the money was for his family, and that he was sending the money to the family. So we have two options.
Sorry, that was meant for him. You can pass it on.
Just a reflex.
Oh, that's amazing. Oh my gosh.
Anyway,
I think we need to have an intervention about Wilson's violence.
there's a reason she's the barbarian.
It's possible that When
You
interrogating,
fell for his nonsense.
Yeah, I thought literally that that's what you were punishing.
Don't look. Don't encourage him.
Well, now that I'm thoroughly disrupted, carry on.
should they interrogate him and find out, they might send a group to look for his family, see if maybe he sent it to them. Now, our two options are to go in and give them some warning, or to take that little tidbit of information and pass it on to the dragon.
Why would we pass it to the dragon?
Get him off our tail.
I thought they were your off our tail. I
As
thought-
much as
I
they
thought- I mean,
don't have a love of Mithil, I don't want to.
Sell out his family to be murdered,
Yeah.
or tortured.
Just a thought. That was why I laughed.
Yeah.
I was like, if I really was low, I would just turn him in. That information that you just entrusted to me about his wife.
I know. I was like, dude, you're being dumb. Tell your torturer exactly where
Second
your
thing.
wife is.
I thought you were going to suggest we give someone money to the family.
Now they've already got most of the money. They do.
They're good.
That was his words.
I would assume they have a lot of money.
I will.
I guess my question is, if they have so much money, why haven't they left the city?
One. It's a long story.
Immigration paperwork.
I got his whole tragic backstory. It was a little bit tedious, not gonna lie. I had to pretend to be interested, but here we are. I will minor illusion the pigman that I found.
Haven't we seen those before?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Look familiar.
you guys have seen him before in Vanilla.
Vanilla.
Wentzville.
I've seen him today in the basement of the Millennium.
This is going to be the executioner.
It's going to be Mitchell's executioner.
I don't want to get that thing.
In my opinion, I'm more concerned with how they can contain.
I'm starting to have second thoughts about us going and witnessing the execution.
Yeah, I'd like for us to leave the city, if at all possible,
Right, don't we still have a mission
tonight,
for the dragon, though?
potentially.
We aren't done.
What do you mean we aren't done?
Was
No,
this
crap.
we just did.
different
It was
mission?
different.
Should be the thing with
I thought that
Okay,
would
Because that mentions that
One of the nobles has acquired a jewel that has caught the attention of the White Dragon. He would like you to retrieve it for him. I have sent a friend to lay the ground. Is that what we're talking about?
Yeah.
Okay. Just want to make sure.
So wait, not to be petty or anything, but why on earth did we do this favor for the other dragon? If it wasn't to pay off our
So
debts?
the
No,
White
it
Dragon
was.
the White
I-
Dragon is the one we initially killed all the people. The Black Dragon is the one they sent after us to kill us because we made a man.
I
The
misunderstood.
Blue Dragon
With the jewel.
is the one who had the job that they asked the Black Dragon to do for them. So the Black Dragon took us and then made
the
everything.
jewel
and
was more of
it was all-
a
yeah.
was more of a like, oh hey, we're here to deliver the package, meaning mental.
Mm-mm.
yeah,
No.
kind of, no.
No.
So
okay.
it wasn't.
The jewel is the coin we now have.
okay. The jewel is the coin. A little bit of clarification.
It's like I saw that and I was
Sorry,
like,
I'm dumb.
No, it's a little bit
clearly, if it was the coin, it would have said coin instead of jewel.
Well, there's the one with the ball inside.
the coin is worthless.
Hmm.
They
Now
know
it's
that-
got those fancy script on it.
Yeah. So back to what you said. Technically, the white dragon is the one who noticed the jewel. However, it is falling into sort of a gray area. Not that it totally matters to you guys, because it is halfway between currency and an item that they desire.
So both the dragons kind of want it.
Yes,
And
but the
we
one
have-
who currently is supposed to have possession of it is blue. And so that's why they want it back.
So do these dragons like work together a lot, or are they enemies of each other?
They're all one family organization.
They work together quite a bit.
Misery, you had a dream nearby, like a tower or something.
Yes, quite a ways back now, unfortunately.
Is anyone having anything they need to do within the city right
I commissioned a small work.
now? So let's just
Right.
pretend for a minute things go a little
Thanks
bit
for ordering that. We're on our way out.
pear-shaped in the Colosseum, and let's say it gets out. I would prefer to not be in the same city as that thing.
Do we have any idea of what that thing can do? Aldrich,
Yeah, it can make you really scared.
It can fly.
You and Ash are
Pretty sure.
like totally,
Have
Head wings.
totally
Probably
individuals. Do you know
bite.
anything
Look
about
like
what these
teeth.
creatures might be able to do?
I don't think I saw it doing anything in the city. Did you do
Does it just repeat answer the call?
Hey, what up? Yep.
If I go out and buy
I will put
25
Mikey's on top of it.
gold worth of diamond dust, I'll have the ability to cast non-detection.
Okay, what time is it?
One like the coin, so if they try to scry us, really after, we won't be able to.
It
That's
will be
cool.
How long is that last?
Few hours,
Oh. Well, how much diamond dust?
25.
That's worth the time. too.
I mean, provided we use it in the 8 hours they're looking for us.
Mm.
On the day they're looking for us.
I missed it. What are we doing?
If we buy 25 gold worth of diamond dust, you can cast non-detection on us, and they won't be able to find us for 8 hours.
And I feel like if we, that to me seems more suspicious than us just leaving. If we act like we don't want to, we don't have a reason to hide.
We could
what?
leave and then partway along our travels do it to muddy the trail, so to
Yeah,
speak.
but then if they want to find us magically 7.5 hours after that,
I don't really feel comfortable leaving the city if that thing is about to get loose.
Hmm. Right. Some of us do, I guess, have friends and family here. It's unfortunate, really. Kill them, save the trouble. of
Friends and
learning about
family.
them.
Why did you send me specifically to the how do you say that word? Berylheim's Forge.
They're the best.
They're the best.
Hope they would get it faster.
So I'll be able to have it by tomorrow afternoon. It was 15 gold. Pretty penny for sure, but what's it for?
what did
The,
you?
the lead
commission
box
the
to hold the coin, so it's
little
not
box.
having to share a bunk with the god murder ball.
I'm
He's
fun.
like, I want Draven.
You want Raven?
That's not where you learned your craft, is it? At Berylheim? Not a family relation or anything to Master Udar. I don't think I believe that. So I'm glad when you.
Roll an insight check.
I'm rolling this.
Oh,
9.
Time I roll bad tonight. 10. I believe you implicitly. Why did I doubt?
10 for me as well. 19.
Yeah, she's lying through her teeth.
I'm not a good liar either.
If it makes you feel any better, I also suck at lying, he says.
So,
Also
the
terrible
time
liar.
deception was better. Were you just
Oh,
sitting
deception
there
is-
to check in on your
Sure,
old
don't
digs
worry.
and make sure everyone's okay?
Was I trying to lie?
They are legitimately the
That was
best.
intimidation.
Yeah.
I meant intimidation.
And that's the only
I have
reason.
really good intimidation. Really good deception.
But
Was
that's
everyone okay?
intimidation.
Everyone's okay. The Master Udar
Misery's got.
still seemed like he had plenty of fire left in him. There was
intimidation.
a couple of young, there was a young apprentice, apparently been there for 10ish years and training under the master. And there was also, because I can't read my own handwriting, Duvana. She seemed like she was more of a kind of the brains of the organization, sales, making sure that everyone was able to get their orders in correctly and send them on the way to master his apprentices.
Would I know you wrong?
Devon was a cousin.
Was she a particularly intelligent cousin? Did I like her?
Red fire hair. She looked somewhat similar.
Roll a
to
dice, pick one of your cousins.
One of my actual cousins?
Yes.
Do you know any of your actual cousins? I'm sorry.
Yeah. Let's go age order.
Who is 16 in your age order of cousins?
That would be probably that one.
Or we want to be
Kirsty.
What's my next guess?
Huh. Didn't really see her as the like working type. Just out of curiosity, when you were heading up there, any other like down the street a bit, were there any other like cool shops that caught your eye?
Were there any other cool shops that
There would have been a couple.
wasn't particularly hard. I was more seeing
Of course, you did.
detailed.
You did pass Emerald's Choice, which was one of the ends that was recommended. Yeah. Other than that, you saw this one. This is one of my favorites. You saw the Datesmith. It looked like a newer shop.
The date?
Dates. Yeah.
It's a hookup agency. Your old shop got turned up into Tinder R Us. Tinder R Us.
Tinder. That's a good one for land fires. Anyway.
Other than that,
There's like a speed dating spot.
There was a what?
Like a speed dating spot. No, nobody my type though. I feel like it's mostly dwarves.
it was strange. It looked like it was made out of a forge of some kind, but
Like it might have been a forge at one point.
like you know that point of like
The
that
catchphrase
definitely
was,
used to be a Taco Bell.
the catchphrase was stoke those fires.
Get yourself a relationship forged in fire.
But yeah, other than that, you saw a brewing company on the way there. You saw
There were some drinks. I might have stopped. Not for long enough. Don't worry.
What time? Do we know what time Mythal's fight is?
Did they tell us when? Is it the same time every day?
same time every day.
Same time as yours, but
Noonish.
Noonish.
Well, our little box will be ready for my nan by tomorrow afternoon. So we can theoretically do the
I
fight.
say we watch the fight to make sure that Mythal's lips are sealed for good. Get our fancy doodad and depart.
Mithril's lips are sealed one way or the other. I specifically asked the thing to kill him quickly.
Well, the
Right, I just want to make sure that that happens.
You
So-
didn't. So,
his
minor illusion it again. This. But bigger. So much bigger.
I understand that
Well, I
has
was
the
catching up with
capacity to
Yeah.
kill him. I want to make sure that the fight does happen. That they don't back out, that they don't change their minds, that they don't substitute someone else in.
that he doesn't suddenly remember something important and they decide he's not.
During the course of my interrogation, I would repeat.
Just
Okay.
never. I agree with Misery. This
If
is a
we've,
loose
if
end we
we've
want
got to
make
be
sure is
here
tied
in
up.
town anyway, I think it'd be worth it for one of us to witness the deed.
Do we have to stay in town?
How else will we see what's going on?
I mean, if
we-
you want, what do we
Oh.
think about
I-
leaving town and setting up in the hut outside of town? And then we come back tomorrow.
What hut outside of town?
Your magical
Your
rock?
magical hut.
Oh,
That's where we
I
don't
thought
have
you
to
were
worry.
talking about the sorcerer's hut, and I was like, no,
No.
that one's nowhere near here.
No.
And then
We set up in the thing we know is secure.
And
We can do
y'all,
that.
it is approaching evening-ish for you guys, and so wherever y'all end up wanting to stay, y'all could probably make it a few hours outside of town before
We've already paid for these rooms for the night. I have no problem staying here.
Yeah, I'm not concerned about
I-
tomorrow. I'm more concerned about tomorrow, the afternoon.
I am not particularly concerned about the creepy little beastie escaping. They seem to be doing a pretty good job of
Yeah,
containing it.
will is not the right word.
I think that their interests are as aligned with ours as possible when it comes to not letting that thing escape and ravage the city.
Sorry.
long cat.
That thing being loose would be bad for business, so I imagine they have a vested interest in making sure that it is.
Oh. Expect that they're at least a little bit smarter than that.
They also might not know exactly what they have.
I would like to think that they wouldn't just randomly release something that they have no idea what it does onto the city. But
Every single time.
so cute.
We can observe from
Yeah,
a distance.
But if you guys would like, I could send
hold on.
Visu in.
No, wait,
I mean, you
well,
saw me
Aldrich-
do it last
Aldrich said
night.
that he can.
I said we can observe from a distance.
We can do that as well.
What business do we have in the city? I thought we had
We
to
just
be,
need to pick up the box, but I have no problem letting
We don't have
the
any
coin
obligation
and
to
the
spy
murder
yet.
ball share a seat in our. Keep dripping into your accent.
sorry.
I have no problem with them sharing box. So I would be just as willing to leave tomorrow morning and be gone. As it is, we are days later than what I had hoped to be
And like we had
for.
we had to get here as fast as we could, otherwise they'd kill us, and we're trying to get done as fast as we
Right.
could because we had other things to do.
Right. I am all for departing. But if we're going to stay, if we're going to be in the city anyway, I think it would be worth it for us to witness the fight.
Does everyone want to leave?
I would prefer to leave.
I don't see a
I'll
reason to stay, and we have reason to leave.
If you're worried about your family, then I'll stay. I understand.
I'm going to stay until the fight is over, just to make sure that that thing does not get loose.
We still
Oh.
doesn't know anything.
Aldrich, would you be able and willing to check in on the city tomorrow afternoon
During the fight?
How
After-
far?
or during?
If if we travel tomorrow morning,
No, I mean, I have to start from the city, else I wouldn't do much.
if we level up after this,
I can move my eye, but it doesn't go out.
So I can move both mine.
independently.
In like certain directions.
Did you say 7?
Certain. Like I can look at the middle one, like I can really put it in the middle, but that's about it.
Does make sense. Right, so we're agreed that we don't know what we're doing tomorrow.
Shall we sleep on it?
If the whole group wants to leave, I think we should at least start by getting out of the city.
What do you want to do, Ashlar? You have, or Moira, excuse me, Moira, you have family here, you have stake in how people here do, whether they would.
They've been fine without me for 10 years.
So then we depart. Get out of here under the cover of night, which is the least suspicious.
About what time is it?
It's right past supper time, so you're thinking like 6 or 7-ish.
Okay.
It might be worth it to stay just for the night to be slightly less suspicious. Just a thought.
Stay the night, leave first thing in the morning. Leave the box to be picked up by whoever wills.
You say what time will be done?
Afternoon, I think is
Yeah.
what you said.
Afternoon.
I don't know that.
I can always come back years from now. Or next week, who knows?
When everything's burning down in Musk. Yeah.
Yeah, you can just
I
come
mean-
by and pick it up at that point.
The lead box will be fine.
Yeah.
It's fine.
The
Don't
puddle.
even pay for it at that
It's not
point.
like it melts that much. Right,
Uh,
so we leave in the morning. We agreed?
I leave in the morning.
Two questions. What I'll do,
Ash, you don't get vote because you knew.
total was a total that we got
Do you want to
from
even come
Marlon's
with us,
rep.
Ash?
350.
You're coming with us? No, wonderful.
From
We'd love
Mitchell's
to.
I'll like shoot
Yeah.
shops, they
anything we can get from
Um,
with it?
Some of
Maybe-
the smaller
Did you
shops
need
are
to
trying
pick
to
up
close,
from
but
Moylan?
depending on what
I've
you're
got
looking for,
what
you
I-
might
what I
be able
need.
to find.
Still be
Magic shop.
I could always
Uh,
make use of.
There's always the mystical
new
market.
things.
But as far as you're aware, that
Mine's
one
easy
should
to
still
find.
be open,
Yeah.
though it will be closing within the next couple hours.
I just think, I mean,
So if you wanted to go, you could probably stop on your way out.
If we're planning on leaving, yeah, if we're probably planning on leaving tonight, I probably want to go.
Okay, so you're gonna make your way over
To
to.
give you 10 gold.
Oh, that's very generous of you.
Misery.
Yes.
Do you still have that disguise kit?
I'm sorry. The what?
Disguise kit.
Disguise kit. Yes, I do.
You want to play with it a bit more?
I'm always down for making mess. What am I doing?
Could you like do some contouring and like make my nose look different? And
I can certainly try.
I just can't get my nose.
and then like maybe like
Now you can't
redo my hair.
DM, I'm going to roll for disguise kit.
Yeah.
That would be-
Dexterity plus proficiency.
Okay.
he said dexterity, not dexterity mod.
Plus 14. Seven.
I would say that y'all probably would have picked one up whenever
one up
y'all
with
were
the
doing the
Blizzard.
hunt and stuff.
Now entering Missouri.
Welcome.
I have a pretty good idea of where it is.
Is there a mystical market we could plan to get closer to, or is this the closest starting point?
There was.
Oh,
before.
right. Okay. Yeah.
I kind of want to check in with Mylan tomorrow just in case this city gets destroyed and we don't get to.
Yeah, that's fair.
Are we planning on leaving our pets
Well,
here?
actually, I just want to talk to.
Oh,
what's his
right.
Oh, good. Someone remembered.
I remember the last session. That was someone else's turn.
I wasn't gonna remember.
I wasn't gonna remember either.
If only we could like wish them away or something. That would be a nice, convenient way.
I mean, I have a tool in my possession that does that. It's
I can
called a
banish them.
dagger.
It doesn't wish them away, it just kills them.
Yeah, that's different.
Makes them go away.
Nope, it doesn't really.
Is this a pretty
I mean, they stay where they are.
abiding society?
Well, then
Yes.
you put them in the ground and they're
Yes.
effectively gone.
Can't speak, but you know the word I'm
Practical
trying to say.
solution.
Yeah, but there's no
Yeah,
thing, you know,
yeah,
just
no.
citizen dreams.
You can't just like
It's true.
off people you don't like.
Dang it! This is why the woods is so much better.
What I want with you.
I mean, there's a battle going on tomorrow.
The trees don't hear you
Oops.
scream.
Poor little brewer's son fell into the arena with a monster.
We could replace Mythol with Carl.
Could we though? What? I feel like that wouldn't work and also would definitely get us in trouble with the
I
dragons.
feel like Carl was actually like
No
maybe
one
a
would talk
halfway
to us.
decent person. Maybe.
Do you have any
Carl?
friends in the city that we could dump Carl upon? Do you have any enemies in the city that we
So
could dump
many.
Carl upon?
Maybe like
Didn't we actually have a plan for him?
Yeah, well, there was a I think the first place we stayed, they had they brewed stuff and we were going to leave him with them, see if they wanted him.
Let's try that.
What are we
And the
gonna
messy midgets?
we're gonna
I think so.
We've got a good friend, Docs.
and we're gonna do docs and
We're gonna send him back with Drain.
Yeah.
I don't feel like giving him to the Blue Dragon would be very helpful.
No.
For anybody.
How are we going to get him to Dragon Friend on an island far from here?
The plan was to. Well, the
To
plan.
teleport him with Mylan, but Mylan doesn't have a shop there.
Right.
Do you think Mylan could just like put him
Hold on.
there
I don't.
from a distance?
I don't think he's allowed to do that.
definitely not for the amount of gold that we'd be able to pay him, that's for sure.
Well, do you think Marlon would accept a kobold as like an assistant?
Certainly, yes.
Maybe we could pay Marlon.
I'm not sure.
I mean, Docs, he seems
a fan of that.
he seems fairly clever.
I mean, he's good with traps and tinkering. Maybe he'd take to the enchanting way.
Or maybe he would just be grumpy about seeing a pile of his dead gods in the corner.
That might take some getting over.
Just something to consider.
Yeah, I don't feel like he'd be a big fan of Mylan.
Right.
He
We
might
could
wake
just,
up in his sleep with a not wet pillow pushed down over his face.
what if we just send him into the mines?
I mean, he did really want to go into that deep hole. Maybe we could just like.
We really should have just let him stay in that mountain.
We didn't.
Maybe there's a dragon in the mines.
We could tell him there is, even if there isn't. We could also tell him there's a water dragon at the bottom of the lake. Send him with a sack of bricks. Or at this point, we could just leave and let him be someone else's problem.
Like, you don't know, he's our problem.
I'm not afraid of leaving him.
We made him our problem.
I can't do anything about Nickel.
I've left behind people that I'm not proud of leaving behind, so I feel like now's a chance to
Like
You're surprisingly
Halfling
altruistic in the weirdest way.
I know. It's still like this campaign is the Mighty Nine.
guys,
Like,
let's
we're
go
leaving
watch
it.
people get brutally
Yeah.
murdered. Guys, let's protect the kobold that tried to kill us several times and wanted to die.
Like I said, I can't do anything about Nickel.
We've got
His fate's sealed.
problems.
Dox on the other hand.
Whatever happened to the halfling girl?
Let's not talk about that.
Oh, same thing. We just that's Herbie actually
Dead
said
in the
someone
city
else's problem.
somewhere.
How you doing with that?
Oh, not great.
Little guilt.
He said, wasn't there a halfling girl that was traveling with us for a while? Just Remus is just over there like,
Just take a long swing.
Time to get out of this city. I guess we're just bringing. He's
Probably.
gonna die if we go to Zavon.
He's gonna die from
He's
it.
gonna do it, we know that's-
Zavon's not particularly safe from what I'm
It's actually
told.
this fellow.
No. It's like extreme.
I'm assuming that we can end this on a long rest for you guys.
Yeah.
So somebody was going somewhere this evening.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm just, you don't have to roll for it. I'm just
yeah,
buying magic stuff.
yeah. You managed to get there. Mental seems busy at the moment. Aurelia.
We know Mythil is busy dying.
Thank you. Mylan, I can't even read. Yeah, Mylan, sorry. Well,
I'd like to.
but yeah, you're able to purchase the stuff that you need.
It's more than I was talking about, so I can.
Yep.
It's gonna be 50 gold worth of diamond dust.
Okay.
So I can do it twice.
Yep, that's
And
fine.
then 2 platinum rings worth 50 gold each.
You are able to find those. They do seem to be the only ones in the store at the moment. So
I would like to, if I may, send with you 20 gold, so you can see if he's got more incense and charcoal for me. He knows the components I need.
Okay.
Don't know. Last time I was there, he said that I bought it all out of him, so I don't know if he's been able to replenish or not. But
he has received some. He has received about 10 gold worth.
okay,
And then give the
I'll-
other one to you.
I will take what I can.
What? Because you told the other melee.
So
You're lucky he
I know what
liked
it's for.
While he's out,
But she,
Okay.
so,
Okay,
um,
I guess that makes sense.
yeah, but she already has the benefits.
That makes sense. Yeah, 'cause
I
this is something, yeah.
just want to go walk down the street. Just,
Yeah, that's
just like fire should be like going down a bit in the forge at this time of night, and I just want to like
So I guess I got you.
window shop a bit, and just see everybody.
You make your way around. See a lot of familiar faces. Some older, See some new faces. Kids that you saw old enough now to start working the forge. Just getting started. You see a couple new shops that have opened up around the central forge. You're able to spot that some of the same stuff that you were concerned with before is still going on. You see some really flashy looking equipment that looks more showy than useful. But even in there, you do see a couple pieces that just remind you of just how impressive the craftsmen of your family really are. Even if they are hidden behind the more flashy pieces. You see an old man hobbling his way back to his house, cane in hand, hair turning white, with some speckles. As you see your grandfather making his way back.
Sorry.
I'm gonna make my way down the street and shop used to be.
Straight up, just as he described. It is now called the Datesmith. It is the most infuriating thing that you can think of. It seems to be closed currently, but
A bunch of cheesy crafting activities.
Yeah.
Any indication if I like look into it a bit as to who owns it?
Yes, actually. Just a sec. I can pull it up.
He will never not be Ogax's name.
I know. I heard every time. Ogax. I need to. I had your thing pulled up, and now it's just gone. No, it's not that. I have yours stored under your character name. I have Grace's stored under her actual name.
Good job.
Yep. So you know, useful. You see BlackRock as the one who seems to own.
Ugh. Oh gosh.
What level are we?
7.
Y'all are 7.
Um,
I
I'm gonna be just sort of up with the hangover.
I don't know, but I think I cheated.
are you 8 already?
No, but somehow I have 4 invocations.
On D&D Beyond?
No, just
Or
my
just,
spreadsheet.
Do you get an extra one with your?
Anything else that you'd like to know about it?
Heck.
is it empty right now?
Yes, it is currently empty, closed, locked up. Not there. You peek inside the window. It doesn't seem to have anything terribly valuable looking inside, and the lock itself doesn't look terribly. It's like the lock on a good side of town where.
Yeah. Is there a part of it that I can like get to where I'm like not in the main thoroughfare, but I'm not like, oh gosh, somebody went behind the shop type thing, like hidden enough, but not like wouldn't draw attention to the fact that I'm creeping around, but I'm also not just like standing in the middle.
Yeah, you can make your way. I mean, even if you were to make your way around, I mean, there's a lot of these places are backed up to the actual arch behind. So you actually see the main thoroughfare is actually actually brings people around where this was anyways. Yeah. So around the right side is where the arch opens back up and around. So like that's the main thoroughfare that goes past. So not a lot of people are especially near the Central Forge area anyways. Because like we have Central Forge here, and then like your shop is the little
As shop wood or aluminum, wood or stone, or what's the building made out of?
it is carved out of stone. It's not like this. It's not melded into the actual archway. Like they're two separate things. But there are also just elements of the roof is stone. The front fascia is a stone material. There are glass panels. You see a window along the side that the main thoroughfare is on the side that just leads to the back alley is basically a back door that you can come out of.
I'm gonna just like in like the cornerstone section, like just. I'm just gonna take out some tools real quick and just really quickly, really as inconspicuously as possible. Just chip away a certain symbol.
Fair enough.
I built it, and it's gonna be marked by me.
Go ahead. Just for funsies, go ahead and roll a sleight of hand check.
Okay.
As you're we'll just do that, and then we'll as you're just kind of like sneakily just trying to casually.
This is a 15.
Yeah, you're adept at making this symbol. You can do it in you quickly, though with a little bit of sound, but not enough for people to really notice. And set that in the stone.
And then I'll just go back to the
Okay.
I was waiting up for her, but we can deal with that next time.
Okay.
Okay.
Cool.
So we will end right before a short rest, long rest.
Okay.
Yeah,
Sweet.
exciting, guys.
Yeah. Guys, we've not died.
Woo! That is a good thing.
There's plenty of excitement in the city. Honestly, a lot of it is not where I thought it would be.
Are we doing? We're doing a long rest?
Yeah.
We will be. If you're not wanting to stay up for whatever that conversation is, you can go ahead and get started on that. And
I'd like to do the same thing, alarm down across both doors and then both balconies.
okay.
And then I will sit on the balcony and watch
That's
the
what we're
moon.
doing.
Did you have anything?
Sleeping,
Okay.
your spells.
Sounds good.
Random question. We're on the top floor now, right?
Yep.
Oh yeah.
And I would like to write in my book with mundane ink, just near the back somewhere, just writing just a letter to my patron. Just wistful nonsense.
You're such a bad warlock. You write letters to people?
He was gently reminded.
Well, so I like in my mind I had been doing that all along, but I do want the DM to know that I was
That is fair.
trying to be
Intentional.
at least trying to give her some attention.